chase what you've been dreaming. For you I strive. And every week is a season. The winter's got my knuckles bleeding, but I don't mind. Sometimes I think that I could feel it. It keeps my time. And every night when I'm dreaming, feels like I'm falling through the ceiling. No, I don't mind, no. Just falling apart. The king's horses and men couldn't mend what is left of my broken heart. And now I finally realize it's what keeps me in line. No, I don't mind. No, I don't mind.
When my spirit's free, no Left off from the shore, she thinks it's buried deep. Right now I've reached the top, I'm falling right back down to earth. It's calling now. Feast my eyes upon this wasteland. Right now the map's becoming clearer. It's all in my perspective. Become so clear to me. Not all treasures buried, it's all in your head. Just try to hear me out. They've got you locked up and out.
Hello and welcome to Baltic eSports League Season 2 Week 4. I want to present the idea that we're having here. Just listen for a bit. It's not that fun at first. Yes, but it's getting fun. We should really make a CSGO with his sounds in there. With all these sounds in there. The CSGO would be much more enjoyable, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Exactly. How are you feeling today?
Amazing.
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 Full of energy.
Full, like energy squared, tripled, quadrupled, tupled.
That is good to hear because he probably won't shut up today, right?
No.
No, you won't. But let's check out the games we're gonna have today. Instantly, I want to see, because these matches are really exciting. Today we have 2 matches of the week. So the first one is going to be your pick, Volsung against Lithuania.
Yeah, so obviously Lithuania are going to be looking to definitely pick up this win here, as they're currently sitting in 4th position. They're going to be playing against Volsung, who are currently in the first one. So obviously they're going to be looking to see if they can secure this victory quick and easy. I don't think it's going to be quick and easy at all here. And obviously, well, yeah, shouldn't. That is the correct phrase. So question is, which map will they play? Because once again, this is going to be a heavy one. I would suggest that Volsung most likely would want to play Overpass here.
Okay.
Just because they had a strong performance against eSports. We haven't seen Lithuania too much on Overpass, and I feel like it might be the same scenario that Lithuania suffered against eSports in Nuke.
Do you think Lithuania maybe wants to play Train against Volsung, or that is just like out of their books?
I feel like Train or Cash might be something they'll be looking to. Cash is also the map that they were very strong on, and I feel like there should be no reason as to why they wouldn't be able to pick it up on that map. Train, questionable, but considering that Husky is not playing today, one more time for the line of Volsung. Warden did show up yesterday, and hopefully he shows up today as well, so that's still going to be a factor. Yeah,
most definitely. And then we're going to see a Estonian Lithuanian duel between Autoclutch and F05. Quite an interesting one, as we know on paper Autoclutch is a very strong team. At least should be, but the results are not showing too good. On the other hand, F05 mix kind of that we're not giving too much props, but they're showing up from time to time and making it tough for some of the strong teams.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very close match here, as we already spoken so many times. Yes, indeed, on paper Autoclutch should have more success here, but it seems that they're like maybe some of the nuances in their game style hasn't really been flushed out just yet, so they're having a bit of a difficult time. So I mean, I personally really think this is a 50-50 match, regardless of which map is going to be played. So hopefully it's a close one that we're going to see. And the final one is going to be your pick of the week, which is going to be eSports versus Mighty Wolves.
Yeah. It's pretty tough to kind of predict what's going to happen there. As we know, Mighty Wolves, they haven't lost a game. But what eSports did yesterday and what DAS did yesterday, I'm not quite sure that that's even going to be a close game.
Yeah, so far it looks like that one loss that eSports did suffer at some point in time was a good wake-up call for them, and they obviously have switched it up here. So I feel like Mighty Wolves are probably going to be facing their toughest opponent
most definitely. And to put things into perspective, let's check out the standings so we can see which teams at the moment are playing. So we know first game is going to be Volsung against Lithuania, the first and the fourth place. Their point difference is 3 points. So even if Lithuania win it, Volsung are still looking pretty good in the standings.
Yeah, so even if Lithuania pick it up, Volsung shouldn't be too worried here. Now, I just got worried about the map that we're going to see, so we're going to talk about that in a second. And of course, judging here, as you can also see for the next match, Lattelecom and F05 are also sitting side by side, and same for eSports and Mighty Wolves. So important games for everyone here today, and hopefully we're going to see intense matches throughout here.
Yes, exactly, because today we have only the top teams in the top 8 playing, so it should be really fun. As we know, we are at the moment in the middle of the league already, so it's very, very important for the teams now to grab any points that they can and show up. On the bottom side of the standings, let's talk a bit about that. As we can see, Skinlords, I know you have some beautiful things to say about them, but do you think even like if they step up, it's going to be pretty hard for them to get in the top 4?
They lost against Team Red Eye yesterday.
No, that was Skinlords Red.
Skinlords Red, yeah. We're talking about the regular Skinlords, still trash, so it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, they need to step it up now or never. Yeah. I've been saying this for already about 2 weeks, and I really am, I'll be honest, I've lost all hope they'll do it. So,
okay, that's quite understandable, but
I hope that I'm jinxing it so much that they actually start doing it, so I'm just gonna continue flaming them until they pick it up.
Okay, but the good thing is that we are now seeing Team Red Eye and Aston Esports out from that bottom 4, and when we were talking yesterday, we picked those 2 teams to actually be the ones that are gonna leave that elimination zone. And at the moment, XGR at that spot, it's they not understandable.
Be there.
Yes, they had yesterday such a close game, I believe, against Volsung. It was 19-17.
Yeah.
So it was such a close game, and still you can see they're in 13th place where they're playing against first team in the standings. It's just crazy that these kind of things are happening.
Yes, but it goes to show one more time that you can be as good as you can. If you don't know how to close out matches, you won't be able to do so. So they definitely need to work on that sector, I would say, and see what they can change in terms of their approach. Obviously, I mean, if I recall yesterday correctly, there was a point in regulation time still somewhere around the scoreline of something like 14 rounds, where they sort of rushed into the round looking to close it out quickly, but obviously practice shows that rushing into those rounds definitely doesn't pay off, because obviously the other team understands it as well, and usually those the remaining players are really prepared for it. But so finally we can speak about the map that we're going to see now between Volsung and Lithuania, and that is going to be none other than Nuke.
Yes, which is kind of interesting because Lithuania, they did lose against eSports 16-1 on this map, and Volsung, I'm quite convinced that they know how to play this map. From Lithuania, we didn't see it, as that was the only time we saw them.
Not so much, yeah.
Yeah, but I still think they have something in their bag, and they could definitely surprise Volsung. Let's check out who's going to play for each team. So on the side of Volsung, we're going to have Warden, Yekindar, Kree, Viscus, and Brocky.
And on the side of Lithuania, we're going to see Karkas, Akas, Butters, Boo, and Lame B.
Yes, exactly. I think for Lithuania's side, they have so many strong uppers that it could really come into play, and especially on the CT side. As we know, there can be outputs basically anywhere outside heaven, ramp. There's so many places that you can perform with it. So it's going to be pretty fun to see if they're going to prioritize having more ops on their side, or they're going to just rely on one strong opper that they have in their team.
Also for the side of Lithuania, I mean, knowing how Latvians like to play Nuke, a lot of the times they try to abuse ramp. Yeah. And so Ikas is definitely going to be a crucial player here, because he's playing in ramp, as we saw that already in one of the games. Actually 2. I think he's going to be a crucial factor there, and of course how many times the AVP will rotate towards ramp to help out, or either to actually peek in and get the entry.
Although with Karkas' position, he sometimes doesn't go towards the outside. Maybe at first he goes towards the outside, then he easily rotates towards the heaven, and from heaven to ramp, there's just you need only such little time to get to help the other team, and knowing Ike's positioning, Volsung really need to think about how they're going to approach that position.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be putting himself in positions where it's per se not his body is exposed, but only his head, making the thing a lot more difficult for the terrorists to approach. And on top of things, of course, he will fall back, try to drag out as much time as possible to get that help from heaven, or if not, even just still making it hard time. Like giving up ramp is not always a terrible situation to terrible thing to do, especially in a situation where you're holding it alone. That's pretty much like your golden rule. Unless you get like a free kill, you just fall back, give it up, it's fine, go towards the bottom site, that is bomb site B, and play from there essentially, because your teammates should still have heaven. So as
well, exactly, like if that player leaves, and we sometimes see terrorists kind of overextend, pushing into that hell territory near heaven, that kind of and someone is there, they kill him off completely, and it's kind of like terrorists making mistakes towards that position just because the player backed off.
Yeah, you should. I personally think you should only push that position when you get a kill towards there. Otherwise, there's almost all the time CTs, of course, expecting it. As soon as they're here ramp, they're going to be waiting for the next following, like around 20 seconds, I would say, for someone to push under heaven. So that's kind of an obvious one, but still a lot of teams here are not doing it as far as I've seen, so hopefully they will make the according adjustments. And as well for Volsung, I mean, we haven't seen them play Nuke, I think, here.
At the moment, I believe, yes, you're correct.
So one more time, big, huge question on the table is, do they have stuff prepared for Nuke? Have they watched? They definitely have watched the game against eSports and probably taken a thing or two out of their book. At least I would like to hope so. And of course, still one more time, the factor of Warden standing in here. And also, funny enough, Husky is playing
on a different server.
On a different server, sort of kind of against Lithuania, as well as there is Prokas and
Pone. I'm not sure if Prokas, but Pone is definitely in that roster.
Yeah.
So good luck, good luck for Husky, but here as well, the teams should have their luck. And what is going to be your prediction? Who's going to take this one? Because this is a pretty tough one.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the prediction yesterday did go my way, so I am in the lead with 2-0 so far. There we go. You are welcome. Oh,
thank you very much.
Oh, okay, there we go. Just almost missed the shotgun moment. And predictions. I really hope Volsung have studied here and will not let me down. And if so, I'm going to say it's going to be 16-10 in favor of Volsung.
Okay. I'm going to go with the same score, but I'm going to say Lithuania is going to take it. I do have a lot of hope in them.
And probably inside info, but just saying.
Oh, what inside info? I'm not sure what you're talking about. But I think Lithuania should have this one in the bag. At least it's my prediction. But one more thing that we have today prepared for our viewers is what?
Stuff.
We have stuff prepared for you. And I think you know what stuff we have prepared for you. That, of course, is the Vault giveaway that we're going to give away at a random point in this stream. So if you want to win it, you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel first, and only then you can type in the chat #Vault. So when you type it in, you're going to enter the poll, and we're going to roll it, so I'm going to see who's going to win it. So you're going to see the winner in the chat, and when you win, when you have that confirmation that you have won, please type us at BSL@BSL.pro. I remember that. You always say that.
Yeah, I know. It's a very difficult thing to remember.
Yes.
And I'm happy you did.
One more thing. What have I forgot to say? Do you know?
You suck at CS?
I think we're going to leave you in Latvia when you go to Tallin.
I'm sorry. So the thing is, I'm quitting smoking right now, and I'm having a very difficult time of composing myself. Therefore, I might actually flame a bit more. But
yes, the one thing that I wanted to say is that today we have opened the sales for the tickets that you can buy to get to the HyperTown Tallin Festival in Saku, Suurhall on 20th and 21st of October. Of course, we're going to be there. The players are going to be there. We're going to have the grand finals, tons of other things, virtual reality simulators, I believe as well, laser tag. There's tons of stuff you can do there. So please be sure to check out the tickets and buy them as fast as they can, of course. And of course, the BSL.pro website as well. All the information is there, what you need. But for now, at the moment, how many players do we have in this server? We have 5.
Yeah, so
they're kind of late.
Well, they're not. Technically, they still have another 2 minutes. So, speaking of Nuke, Do you think Volsung will try to pick up the pace here, as they have, well, for the past few games, as far as we've watched them, they tend to play on a slightly more aggressive side of things. And do you think it's going to be the same here in Nuke? Because, I mean, in theory, if you can execute it well, as you already previously spoke on a few other new games, it should really favor the terrorists if you are able to execute the pace and the nades correctly.
I'm more so now thinking about the CT aggression. Of course, terrorists might be aggressive in time to time, but I'm really thinking how Volsung will play the CT side. Because I really hope that Yekindar is going to be the guy towards the ramp, or maybe Kree, one of those two guys. And we know how Yekindar plays train B side when he all the time pushes.
Loves to push.
So I hope that he's going to be a big factor for getting that information. Although that could be a mistake from time to time.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, that also might be their downfall. Because say if Yekindar plays ramp and he's pushing it way too much. Like, if you die deep enough in pushing into ramp, almost say near terrorist lobby, then that's a lot of information missing, meaning that the player from heaven will need to go down and periodically check.
As well.
Therefore, pressure from heaven is not on the A bomb site anymore, and with a solid execute, A site should be takeable.
Yes, that is true.
So I'm a bit worried actually about the pushes, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of constant aggression from the CT side on Nuke, because it's very easy for the terrorists to just stop and be like, okay, they'll push, you know the ways, the pathways they're going to push, and pushing outside, I mean, you really need to do it either extremely fast or delayed with the timing, but most solid teams will put at least one terrorist towards outside to make sure that is not happening, and usually that's going to be the guy on the silo. But as I already said, if you do it quick enough, you can actually get to the first box where the terrorists trickle outside, and if you push yourself against the silo, the dude on top might not see you. So
you can really
a lot of potential there for any sort of plays to happen.
I hope that we are going to see players going from city side into secret when the help towards outside is needed. I think going toward, I really like the player playing from A main. From the middle there, it's kind of helpful to have that, but having the player push out, basically, terrorists won't know when he comes out, what's going to be the time. So having that player there who can easily kill off the player on silo as well. So I think outside presence should be a factor here, knowing how Lithuania...
I mean, if you are going to peek from secret, I would like to see some sort of flashbang coming from, say, underneath heaven towards outside, so it works as a pop flash, and then he can instantly peek. As you don't need a lot of time, and especially, of course, your first point of contact is going to be silo, and then only afterwards towards that red box area.
Both these teams have great chemistry between them, so I think those flashes are going to come in just the right time. It should be a fun game. It should be a very interesting game, as this is your match of the week. Do you have like any kind of feeling that this could go completely south for one team?
Yes. If Lithuania start losing, they might start having flashbacks about Nuke.
Oh, okay.
I've been in that position on Nuke. That was a very long time ago, but still, like, I've been in that position where we lost one important match, and the next following also was like a decider and was on Nuke, and we started losing, and I was like, this is, it's happening again. It's happening again. So hopefully, of course, I do, honest to God, wish to Lithuania that that is not the case, and ideally, I mean, between those teams, speaking on paper and seeing the map, this should be also like a legitimate overtime map here on the board, because I feel like they play relatively similarly here, only small nuances differ, and those are pretty much based just on the players that they have. So I feel like Lithuania has a bit more composure here, just off the fact that Husky, as I already previously mentioned, is not playing today.
And I think it's a bigger factor that Husky, not playing train, it's quite okay, but here in Nuke, I think Husky should have been a big factor here. So Warden really needs to step up today as well and be that help for his team that he's standing in for. So let's see the 9th round. You said that if you play T-side correctly, there should be a T-side map. So do you think when team's going to win the 9th round, they want to start on T-side?
No. Probably not. I don't think either of these teams have plenty of strategy available for them to be playing on the T side here, as actually the 9th round is going head to toe, but Butters will inevitably go down there in that situation, and Volsung will pick up the 9th round, meaning that they will start CT I would say most definitely here. And in which case, for Lithuania,
Well, I think in the
I'm just trying to think of a good first round
Glock train. In my opinion, like a ramp to pushing ramp with a Glock train or pushing into A is gonna be pretty tough. With the USPS, it's gonna be pretty easy to find heads. But pushing ramp all 5 players, that could be a really really good idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, pushing outdoors I don't think is really an option, but you very rarely see any CT team picking up a Molotov in the first round, so pushing out hot might be quite interesting, as the CT player usually feels very exposed towards heaven, so you most likely would have your best bet is actually to stay in heaven, because you have the most amount of movability around that position. If you are staying on one of the rails, then it's like a one and done situation, and obviously then the guy who's going to be playing in main is going to be a huge factor here. We do see the terrorists approaching the lobby here, as the bomb is still staying back, so we will see finally flashbangs towards A, as the flashbang first comes through here, instant pop flash, so Visca's already finding one in the process and finds his second as well, as only Karkas will take him down, but Karkas comes in with the second kill here. Ikas already making sure no flank is possible, as Warden finding his own.
Yes, exactly. Now let's see. Brocky's gonna find Lamby as well. Ikas, the last man left alive. I believe he will manage to plant the bomb here. It's gonna be 1v3. Instant Molotov down. There's really 3 players there. They're gonna run through it. And Ikas is gonna get the kills, but Brocky in the end with 27 HP is gonna take this one back. Way too close for comfort.
That was very doable for a second there. That Molotov and the fact that Brocky pushed out offered the 1-2-1. And I do not say that necessarily staying behind the Molotov together also is the best option there, because I mean it's a 50-50, you see, because when Brocky pushed out quickly there, obviously the terrorist, if he wouldn't have shouldered one more time, he wouldn't have seen that the player pushed out. So that's kind of tricky one, but still Wolfsburg do manage to pick up their first round here, and of course now purchased a few pistols on the side of Lithuania. Warden is actually going to be the player playing towards ramp here, so interesting to see.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, it's a self-explanatory position, as Warden does find the timing on Ikas, and that might sting a bit.
Yes, and they do have 2 players towards ramp, so even if Lithuania decides to push, it looks at the moment they kind of even want to push here. It's going to be super tough, as Yekindar is waiting close range with that MP9, as Brocky's going to take down Karkas on the outside. So as well, Karkas was trying to find his luck down there, and now Yekindar pushing forward, but instantly Boo with the Deagle is going to take him down, so now Warden has to deal with 3 players that they're going to push up, but he sprays them down, all gets 4 kills. 2-0. Good job there from Warden and Yekindar. This is what I was talking about. I really thought that these kind of pushes are needed, but you can see how quickly he was stopped.
Well, not really against pistols.
Yeah. Against pistols, of course, it's not
Don't
needed.
push against pistols, kids.
But you have MP9 in hands. What do you want to do with MP9? Just run and gun.
Well, you can play in a side towards doors or hut. I mean, it's very viable there. So, off the back that Lithuania did manage to plant the bomb in the first round, they will be able to purchase up AKs here. You can see very limited amount of utility here. So Lemby now on the silo is going to be peeking towards outside. Visca's position is going to be given away by those shots, and I would like to see a peek from Lemby coming out here, but he was actually already previously spotted. He did manage to tag the player there, so still very doable, and a relative standstill here. You can see Lithuania still not using any utility so far, as far as I've seen. And Karkas already pushed, like, they're going to be pushing outside here. They have been spotted, so this is the time you deploy the smokes. Or are they actually going to attempt? Oh my god, they're going to be crossing here without any nades. And Butters finds the kill towards Brocky. Whiskas will return one back here, but he needs to go down already to greet these players. And I would like to see Warden. Is Warden already downstairs?
Whiskas is there. Warden as well is waiting. This is going to be pretty interesting one, as Boo's going to take down Whiskas. Now Warden in a world of trouble, as he can't even find the first kill. Only Kree remaining, as Ikas did take down Yakinder. So 1v4, but here Kree has the potential to do economical damage. The players are low. He's going to take down Karkas, which was relatively high HP player there, although Yakinder did manage to get half of us down. But there is Boo with 6 HP. 3 kills in total in that round, and the first buy round goes the way of Lithuania.
Yeah, so Wolfsburg offered themselves 1-by-1 pretty much.
Yeah.
For Lithuania, and unfortunately this is the result that you see. Also for Warden in that situation, I mean, I always do this whenever I find myself on stairs. I'm like, what if the stairs do this to me again?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean. Like your bullets are not going where you were expecting them, and I believe that's the reason why he didn't come out on top in that situation. If he would have stayed on even ground there, that would still be a very viable position, because it doesn't matter. Like, the terror is still gonna know that you are literally just around the corner, so they're going to pre-fire regardless, meaning that if you go for full spray in that situation, it's best to be on solid grounds there. So, Warden in the hut with the CZ can definitely find an entry here, and he
won't be peaked. They're gonna go all towards ramp, and let's see, towards ramp, do we have even one player there? Nope, there are 4 players are checking outside. They're putting their chances on this one, and here Warden, if he pushes, he will get so much information. As we can see already, it is Lithuania that have taken control of the ramp position, and no CTs at the moment are rotating towards there.
And I also like there's one player from Lithuania on the outside.
Yeah, as well. Carcass is there trying to find the players, as he's gonna hear them drop down into the vents. All 5 of them is Carcass gonna take down. This is gonna look for one more. And now let's see how much luck can these players find, as already Brocky's gonna take down Butters, and now in the side there's gonna be Lamby here who's gonna try to find the wall bang through, as already they're being pushed from all the sides, but still 3 players are left alive. 2 only now. Kree with Yakinder. At least Kree has the AK, and this stage, why not save it, as he's gonna take down Icons, but instantly he's gonna be pushed down. And now Yakinder, last man standing. He has to push him here, and hopefully that no one pushes him, because there's going to be some AKs drop down there.
Yeah, he definitely wants to have that AK. You can still wait for the explosion here, essentially, and then afterwards just pick up the AK out. I mean, I don't think they'll do much here, as now Boo obviously is going to be falling back here, and Yakinder on the hunt for that weapon will find it, and looking to actually run into the...
I like the idea, but why don't you have the weapon out, and why don't you realize they could be that close as well?
I don't think he actually realized they're going to be still that close there in that situation. So, I'll be honest, I haven't tested where exactly you can save when you are towards the bomb side B, but I feel like running back towards Secret was still a very fine option.
Yeah, at that stage, definitely, as we can see, he doesn't have any utility. If he would save that AK, there's going to be tons of utility on him, because you can see Viscous as well, only now using the smoke, and both smokes are gone for Olsen at this stage already.
Okay, so Viscous spraying through the smoke there, not gonna find any damage, but that nade might, and Butters will be dropped down to 60 HP there. They have managed to pass through here, and actually the remaining 2 players are gonna be heading toward outside, as well as Warden is going to be the first point of contact here. Will find the first, almost, will drop him down to low HP, but that is going to be Carcass in return, finding the kill as Viscous comes in huge, finds a 3K, and still can add more here on top, gets the 4th. So he's looking to ace it here, as Carcass with the AVP in hand will go down. That is going to be Viscous acing it and retrieves the AVP on top. Oh, the man can come up huge when it's required.
Yes, his rifle is so strong. I wasn't quite sure when Warden missed the second time that he peaked. I was like, okay, this should be it. And Brocky with the rotation already, I thought he's going to be a big factor, but Viscous comes out on top. I really like that at the moment. Feels like Volsung have catched the pace of rotations that they need to make. They are rotating in time, at least in that round. Hopefully that continues on, as Carcass, he's already tagged up.
I mean, they really need to break the economy of Lithuania here and pick this one up, as Carcass, that flash forced him to look away for a second there, and you can see one of the players toying with his life there.
Yeah, that is the case. It looks like
also, not a fan of this angle with Warden, because if he misses that first shot, that's going to be already 2 terrorists in your face. So you can see he's starting to sense it, as he's going to be getting closer to that ledge, just in case. Get out here, and Carcass with the peek will find him. Now Yakinder will need to go huge. Gets the first, looking to add more, but Lamby instantly will trade on top. Brocky missing the shot there. He's going to be looking for that cross, as the nades will push him out of position. And of course, the fact that he's jumped on that ladder quickly there will give away his position, as well as Viscous already in windows here, and Boo still towards doors with the bomb in hand, and Brocky is going to hear the doors open in a second here, and that is going to be one more time a lot of information passed. I love this position. Oh my god, this is going to be huge here, as he finds his first and the second.
He's going to look for the third as well. He picks up the open sense, but Butter is going to take him down, as now the closest guy to the party is there is Kree, as Viscous is slowly rotating towards that position, and Kree instantly moving out, trying to even wallbang this player. But now Viscus should have some luck here, relatively, as he does not spot the player towards the left side. Now he's gonna see them. Both are tagged up. Kree moves out. It's gonna take down Boo. Only Butters here remaining with 26 HP. The bomb is planted. They're gonna go for the defuse. They're gonna stick it. So Butters at this stage only saving the weapon that he has in hand. So 4-2, and doesn't look like they will even manage to find him.
Yeah, so Kree just landing a few shots through the hut there. So they still, Lithuania still have AVP on their side, and it's definitely doable. I mean, I would suggest trying peek towards ramp. And then afterwards, if that doesn't work, you can still always try hot with the AVP in hand and see if you can get a kill towards heaven or towards the site. So actually, Butters with the AVP in hand is going to find Brocky towards main there, instantly peeking towards the left-hand side, not really expecting Viscus to be there on top. So that also might come as a surprise for the player towards the outside, but Warden one more time here in ramp, looking to see if he can spot the heads of these players. And this is not a situation where you're going to be standing as the... Oh my god, the pop flash comes through. He cannot pick the target, and he will go down. Perhaps a mistake from his side there. You definitely want to fall back in that situation. If you hear the flashbang and don't spot any players, that means already plenty have crossed. As now Yakinder will go down to Boo. The timings are just going awful, and Viscus will go down as well. All 5 players survive. All 5 players retrieve weapons on top.
That is just crazy. And I have to say, Yakinder, today he's not looking too good. Completely quiet, only 1 kill. You can see like he's rushing things, so basically he's giving information away just because he's rushing in this kind of scenario. And the shots as well are not hit, and they stop at stairs as well. Like it feels like they're digging their own grave.
Yeah, so far definitely. So they do need to switch things up here and play more, I would say, how do I put this? Correct CS. As in cleaner for sure. They do need to think about what they're doing here. Yakinder now with the scout, looking to see if he can spot any players here. He's going to hear the nades coming through. The peek comes through. I felt like that might have been a kill, but in the process, Boo has managed already to find Brocky and the nade.
Both Karkas with Boo killing off Yakinder. Kree also going down. You can see Warden with Viscus only remaining. Warden, he might find some luck here as he's missing the shots. Viscus with 2 kills, looking for the third. There's only that much bullets in CZ.
I mean, for the side of Volsung, so far it looks like only Viscus is really showing up here. I mean, Brocky and Warden have picked up a few kills there, but Kree and Yakinder really need to step up for their team. As Boo and Butters, I would say, well, Boo looks like to be more of a factor here.
Karkas as well, so 7 kills.
Yeah, I mean,
is kind of
impactful. As you can see, Ikas showing a few tips and tricks on Nuke there, so they definitely didn't show that in their game against eSports. And Kree has managed to find the timing towards outside Lamby. I believe he's currently being distracted by the player that's downstairs. Will they expect him?
Ooh, very good job there, Lamby, realizing that both players are there. But as we can see, 3 players now from the Volsung side are already towards B. So now the bomb will be planted. They're going to look for the first kill. No luck there. Warden only now rotating. Yakinder did find one with the USPS, and I believe he should understand where the players are. At least one is on top of them. I think he heard that one.
Yeah, so Warden now peeking towards ramp, doesn't spot any players just yet. And of course, Karkas in this position, looking to see if he can cover his teammates, as Warden will be found by Ikas, meaning only Yakinder remaining here with the CZ in hand. Is able to deal solid damage, but Karkas, of course, will come out on top with that AVP in hand. And Lithuania have taken over initiative here, securing already 5 rounds on Nuke, and that's definitely not a bad number to have on the terrorist side already. I feel I would say 5 rounds anytime you feel like, okay, this is doable now. This is very doable.
Yeah, exactly. We're already seeing, and we can safely say that this is going to be a close game. At this stage, none of the teams are giving up. The rounds are going back and forth. Here, Karkas does not get the flick onto Warden there, but already Boo did find Yakinder. So Boo definitely a big factor. He's so fast with his movements. And now let's see, can he find any luck towards the ramp, as it looks like that's going to be the next point of entry for terrorists. As Viscus as well on the outside, trying to build it out with Limeby, but Limeby plays better around that smoke. He's going to get the best of Viscus there. And now Warden, I think, this is in a way a mistake. He has to go huge here, as Butter is going to take him down. That is some information gathered, as now Brocky on the outside, Kree waiting in the lobby here. Brocky's going to miss the shot as well. Volsung players, they're missing way too many shots. I don't know. This is really today like an off day for them.
Well, I wouldn't say completely off day, but of course here Kree now in no man's land in 1 versus 5. will be only able to find one, and that is going to be Butters closing it out one more time in favor of Lithuania.
So much money for Lithuania. I can't believe that they have managed to save that much already.
Yeah.
How many players have been left alive? You can see 3 players, 4. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Volsung in the past 4 rounds basically haven't done anything.
Pretty much.
That's just crazy.
And feels bad, man, for my prediction is now, of course, Ykinder looking to see if he can spot any players around this smoke. Definitely hears them. He's going to be hiding away there. And you can see that they do suspect this as Boo will find him in the process, and already looking to see what he can do more as Ikas does find Kree. Brocky sitting on top of hot doors. Definitely not a position that you usually see, but he finds the second there as well. And he's dealing a lot of damage right now. Looking to see if he can find any more timings, as Viscas will need to go huge here. But as I say that, Boo just around the corner will find him. Brocky finding his third with a deagle, so still being an extreme nuisance, but will go down to Boo. That will leave only Warden with the scout in hand. 1v2.
He knows at least where one player is, but he has to get the timings right. He's already going to be timed, but he still gets the flick. He's going to be left with 1 HP. Oh, if he would have got Ikas in that stage, it would have been crazy.
Don't!
1 HP.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. But now Ikas, he's going to plant the bomb. One more time, Ikas being left alone here for his side. As now Warden with 1 HP. Like, you have to surprise the enemy so hard like that he... No, this already doesn't feel like it's going to work out. As yes, it's going to be Ikas turning around. I believe Warden didn't do even any damage to that guy in that scenario.
No.
Quite unfortunate.
No.
But you know what is, I believe, a factor that Volsung at the moment is irritated by? Boo.
Yeah, Boo just finds these
fast.
entries way too quick for the side of Lithuania. And being constantly a man down from the very beginning is definitely going to spark conversations amongst the teammates there as to what the hell is going on here. You can see Ykinder now heading towards ramp, and also Viscas mindful of the fact that I believe the doors were blown up, and of course is not going to be peeking here. Karkas one more time looking to see if he can succeed the same way as Butters did previously in that round towards main. Ykinder does spot the player but doesn't take the shot, as he will find the kill towards Boo, and that is going to be finally his reign of terror stopped, as Viscas also finds Butters here. So now all Volsung need to do is not overextend. They have everything covered. Just stick where you are. Warden already hears these players. Will spot the first, but Ica still somehow comes out on top. And Ykinder now might go down here, and he will go down. And this is one more time flashbacks of horrible scenarios as Brocky will go down.
They do not realize there's someone could be pushed in already in the hell position. Now Kree's gonna push through the smoke. He's still gonna be a player in there. It's gonna be the bomb drop down. And now Viscas, I'm not sure if he hears the players in the hell position, as I believe both of them are there. I guess at the moment in heaven, lane B, we're going towards ramp, so they're going to approach this A site from 2 angles. And Kree, at least he has taken a pretty safe position here. He's going to basically put this situation 1-on-1. As he's going to find lane B first, and then Ikas, it could be Viscas dealing with Ikas at that stage.
And he's actually going to move to a different position here, smartly so, as lane B is going to be checking every corner here. Of course, he should be checking towards his right, but Kree will come out on top here. And luckily, that round was, I would say, only saved off the fact that Creed managed to find the bomb. Yeah. The player with the bomb, rather than anyone else.
Yeah, because they had great weapons. The afterplan positions, I believe, would favor Lithuania, as they're pretty good with them. Yeah, if Creed wouldn't have found Karkas there, that's it for them.
So, one more time. I mean, if Volsung lose this one now, they'll be fully reset one more time. So, an extremely important round for them if they want to close this half 8-7. Still, it's not going to be easy for them, as now Viscas one more time looking to play around this smoke towards the outside. Butters will already find Kree, as well as Ykinder will go down. And Lane B finding Viscas towards outside, managed to push in the correct timing to find the player on top here. Brocky will find his first, looking to see if he can add on top, but of course the weapon switch time is now. Warden has given away his position. The Molotov actually dropped into the hole there, but they were very aware of that fact, as now Warden will be pushed out of position. That is going to be 8th round for the side of Lithuania here. So Volsung definitely not looking ready for nuke here.
Yeah, as Lithuania, when they make a move, you don't see them hesitating. Like, they drop Molotov down, lane B instantly pushing out, or even when they get the first kill towards, like, outside, they already is a player pushing into the lobby. It feels like Lithuania are really on top of their game here. They have learned a lot from BESL Sports.
Yeah, and I would really like to know which side did pick this map.
Yeah, although they vote, it could be in the same position as here. Carcass is gonna find Kree already. That was the only player, I believe, towards the outside. The rest of them are waiting either towards a ramp or in B.
Actually, you can in ramp. If you're in that position and push yourself against the right-hand side wall, the players will not notice you, and a lot of the times they will actually walk with their backs towards you. So.
Oh, okay. So. But it doesn't look like someone's gonna push Yakinder.
Nah.
At least from that side. You can see already there's a player towards Heaven. They have killed off Green. You can see Volson, they still haven't rotated, so they're really believing that this is gonna be a B hit.
And the bomb is actually down on the ground.
Yeah.
That's outside, if I'm not mistaken.
That is outside, in the middle. Looks like there's gonna be the nice side hit. Who's gonna be the first guy to party? As Yakinder already spotted a player towards Hell. So they have the information that someone could be there. Let's just see now if he can get the timings right now. With this smoke drop down, who's looking on top of him there? Boo. Has to be pretty careful because if the players are going to push out from Secret. Okay, no one's going to push through this smoke right here. Although here already Boo spotting a player. No luck at the moment. The bomb is planted. I'm not quite sure what Volson want to do here. Like
the exits, just and only exits. Like they need weapons to be able to put something solid on that is following around here. So they need to deal as much damage as they can, but as I say, that Butters and Boo both finding kills here. Only Warden now remaining. He did manage to find 2 eventually, but has gone down in the process. So, 5 to 9.
5 to 9. You can see the money situation from Volsung has been quite terrible for the past few rounds. Before this round, they played with pistols. Now you can see only 1 M4 picked up, 1 MP9. Do you think Yakinder should now push the ramp?
At this stage, I would say anything goes, but he might actually go for that hot push. As you can see, he's already going to be smoking down here and is going to be running through the smoke as he's looking to see if he can spot any of these players. The ramp has already been pushed by his teammate. That flashbang will give away the position for the terrorist players, and of course Kree now knows 100% there's nobody in T lobby, meaning that it is outside play happening from them, as Boo will pop flash himself towards the main, as Warden will find the kill onto lane B and is going to find these players in the second. How does that miss? As Butters finds the kill towards Heaven. WT.
Yes, exactly. As now Whiska's gonna push in. He's gonna deny the bomb planter, looking for the next kill as well. That was quite lucky there for Whiskas, catching out the players off guard, stabbing them in the back. As well, Warden missing that shot. I thought it was going to be a double.
I feel like he was, perhaps there was just a small moment on the railing there, but yeah, that should have been like well, if not a double, then a solid kill and a half there. So now, Volsung have sought sides, and of course, if they do manage to pick up this first round, still, it's any man's game, but if not, they will definitely need to pick up the rifle round. Otherwise, I don't see it happening.
I really don't see it. Looks like more so they all have the armors. Yakinder did go for some flashes. I believe he's going to set up the A push. So the flashes are going to come into the side. Whiskas already has pushed in. He's going to spot the first player. Warden with 1. Carcass now with 2 as he's going to be taken down by Brocky, who is there in the heaven already. Ikas now together pushing out with Lane B. The bomb will be planted. There's going to be only 2 players left alive for the side of Volsung. And let's just see how this one's going to handle out. As Brocky can't find the kills. Lane B finding the 1. Yakinder now in the world of trouble. He's going to find Boo. He's going to find Ikas as well. He's going to look for the last one. As Lane B is going to be the last man standing. But Yakinder playing this one perfectly as the bomb is planted. But Lane B has the kit, so he can definitely fake this one out. He's going to go for the defuse. Yakinder now pushing out. Lane B is going to win in that duel. It's going to be clutch situation for Lithuania. Whoa.
I had my hopes up so much. Yes. Those 2 headshots. We were talking about Yakinder all day there, and finally he showed up here. Unfortunately, didn't manage to clutch out. They're unlucky that Lane B had the smoke and the kit.
Yes.
So
he had everything he needed in that scenario right there.
And Butters.
And Butters, that is quite nice weapon that he has picked up. I want to see where he's going to use it. Is really lobby position okay from here?
Yeah.
But as well, like if the players push or even if they peek, you can't kill them when you see only their legs with a shotgun. It's pretty tough.
Yes, but still deals a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So now Boo, mindful of the fact that they might be pushing outside here, will not spot the players just yet, and actually will fall back here as he did take some amount of damage. I believe that was from Brocky there. As you can see, he's already sitting on low HP. Butters did move towards that secret area with the automated shotgun, so still a very viable position considering the fact that the players are trickling in a formed position. But Warden will find Carcass, and that is going to be an important find on the side of Volsung here. And still they have plenty of time. Boo will now find Brocky towards A main, but they're looking to trade him out here as he's trying to so much damage through the smoke, as Viscas will find the kill, and that is going to be a 4 versus 3 situation here. Ikas now feels pressured because he doesn't know what's exactly happening in ramp here. Lane B, of course, will not find anyone else.
But this position for Lamby is pretty great. If the players are pushing in heaven, instantly it's going to be Lamby realizing where he needs to look. As Akis now, I believe he won't hear anyone going on top of that roof. And Lamby has to be really careful about where he moves at this stage, as he's going to spot the player towards A main, but instantly with the shutdown. As it's going to be 2v4 situation, but Butters with the shotgun is going to win in this duel. Instantly, Yakinder with the answer. And now Ikas from this position with the UMP. I'm not quite sure that this is the best case scenario, as Visca's gonna take him down 7-10. Do they get the round back, as they did force up 2 AKs?
Yeah, so just off the fact that they had those AKs, as already Warden opened up that round for them with that entry, and now you can see Lithuania are going to be pushed down back to pistols here. Still, definitely doable for them.
We saw what happened
pistols.
in the first half. That was the same thing that they won with pistols against Wolfson. As you can see, Wolfson, they're all going to head towards the outside. Boo, I believe, does not spot anyone there. Has to be pretty careful as there are players there. Whisk is going to take him down. And now the next in line, Carcass. But his deagle skills are kind of now shaky. He doesn't get the kills, as now they're going to push into the A site, I believe. And none of the...
And nobody's there. And nobody's home.
That's quite okay for Wolfson. They're going to be pretty happy about that. They now really need to think about building up their economy, so not losing any round here is super important. No player should be lost in this scenario.
Yeah, so apparently Get Right does the same thing with the shotgun sitting on hot towards doors.
Ooh. Oh, that is quite okay thing. But as we saw, he was forced to move away.
Yeah. So, Butters now left with only a deagle and smoke in hand. Of course, is going to be saving this as the next falling round for Lithuania is going to be a full economical reset, meaning that they will not be purchasing most likely anything at all. If anything, might be like a P250. And Whiskas gives a free AK for Butters.
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. They're not building their economy. If 5 players would have been left alive, they would have 4.4k in the bank. They would have spent like around, I would say, 2,000, and still some money would be in there. But you can see
Butters can now pass on Deagle, and that is going to be in the hands of Vikas, who's going to be heading towards ramp here. Butters, of course, with that AK should be going towards A. I would say that's probably the best position.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen.
For him.
As both of these players are going to head towards ramp, and we can see this is going to be, I believe, yes, a ramp push. Even. So this could be pretty interesting one. As Freeze now going to move out, instantly be taken down by Ikas. Brocky will take down Butters. So that is the AK down. Ikas needs to leave now this position. And here Warden, he's going to be pushed towards lobby. He can't even get 1 kill. Way too many targets to deal with, as there's going to be 1 FAMAS in the hands of Lithuania. And as you can see, 3 AKs in the hands of Volsungas. There's already who is pushed up there. Yakinder is going to find 1 kill. And both of the players are here. He's going to find Carcass as well. He's going to look for the next one. And easy kills there for Yakinder as he finds 4. And do you think this kind of is going to help him to get back into the game?
I hope that's enough for him to feel like that he can do things again on this map here. Is now finally a buy versus buy coming out here on Nuke. Second half 9-10 still in favor of Lithuania, and of course it is very important for Volsung to pick up this first rifle round and not allow for the CTs to build up their economy, so they can always be in control here. Flashes towards outside as well as that smoke will cause a bit of confusion on the side there, but who else than none other Boo on the outside, as Ikas actually already did manage to find the entry here, and Carcass definitely did hear these players heading towards downstairs, meaning that information should be passed on. You can see Butters already posted up towards doors here. Will open them up and will give away his position as he's being peeked now. Still comes out on top as he's looking to add on top, and he will find the kid. What is happening?
So quickly, you saw like Volsung players' HP was already pretty low when they got towards that B site. They had some troubles towards ramp against Ikas, and here's going to be Brocky. He's going to find a kill, instantly going to close the doors. You can see it's going to be 2v1 situation here as the bomb is going to be started to defuse. He's going to spot the players, but Carcass is going to take him down. They don't have the defuse kit, but there is enough time to defuse the bomb anyway. So it's going to be 9-11 in favor of Lithuania here. Volsung with the bomb plan still will be able to buy up this round. And I believe even the round after that. Although...
this round gave me depression.
this round, 20th round was your turning point, yes?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that definitely shouldn't have happened. But as well, I have to say, like, the positioning from Lithuania, they're the ones making it happen.
Yeah, of course, they're where they needed to be.
Yeah.
And therefore they won the round, but just
it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch that so quickly Volsung can fall apart, as we're kind of not used to seeing that. As now Brocky, he's going to be pushed up here, boosted on the boxes, so finding player towards heaven or towards that mid position, as there is a player, I believe, towards a side, but he's waiting, I believe, around the vents here. So the only lock Brocky can have here is finding the player in heaven. Although no one's going to peek from there. Who is it there on the bottom? Carcass was trying to peek in, look for the information. On the outside, there's also Boo with the M4. And he can get the timing right, as no one's going to peeking him now, but still Viscus is going to come out on top in that scenario. There is a player inside Laneby here who could find some players moving into the A main, as that is going to be the thing Volsung's going to do. But now let's see, they do have a flashbang to use. And I think, okay, Baltic doesn't have any kind of utility. He's in pretty great position to flash out A main. When they decide to push, it's going to be one kill towards Brocky. But Ikas did find Viscus, so 4v2. And now Baltic is coming in, finding Warden. He's going to be left alone here, as already he's going to be tagged up. But no, he's going to still find a kill, looking for the next. And Cree is going to come out on top. This game is a lot closer than I was expecting. I was really thinking that on the second half there, in the middle of the second half, things are going to turn the way of one team and the other team can't find the answer. Like,
also, nice thing to note there in that situation. Butters did hear that there was an AVP on the outside, so before he actually peeked him, he baited out the shot, and then afterwards, like, full-on pre-fired whatever angle was possible there in that situation to make sure he's going to guarantee the kill. And that's also just a nice show of playoffs to how you can deal with an AVP, especially when he's in close range. So, Boo does manage to survive that outside contact with 50 HP there. As Butters now with the Deagle still can find kills. Cree will already take down Boo. So, he did survive initially, but not for long enough, as both Cree and Warden picking up kills here. Now they should just group up, as Laneby has gone down as well. Butters will find one, but quickly enough, Cree and Viscus will close it out, so it is going to be 11-11.
And Lithuania on eco round. This is looking really good now for Volsung. All they need to do is now figure out how they play against these pistols, because we know pistols are a bit of an issue for Volsung, at least against Lithuania.
So apparently Nuke was Volsung's pick.
Okay, so they have it. Oh! But now it kind of feels like it. But as I said, like, the game's going back and forth all the time, and now Viscus pushing out really aggressively towards the A main. What? Did he really not spot anyone towards the outside? There's already some of the players moving through. Carcass now can definitely push in and go behind him, but Cree's gonna find a kill. More players will push through.
Oh my god.
With the next kill, Yekinder's gonna help out the friend as well. The clock is gonna come into play as the smoke push. You don't see this too often, that 4 players push through that outside smoke.
I mean, it's very viable there, of course, just because they did manage, that is, Volsung managed to find that first kill quickly there. They quickly realized that there's probably more people coming, so they just stuck around and picked up the kills. Now, 12-11.
Yeah, but
on this side of Volsung here.
Whoa, just whoa.
Yeah.
Even if they lose this one, they're not too scared, because they can easily reset Lithuania now. And if they manage to do that, it's going to be a great victory for them. But with Arcus, I'm not quite enjoying Carcass at the moment, as I think he could definitely put up more, or not more, better performance. He was a bit more active, as he's like checking the outside. I haven't seen him peek into lobby. That's like high risk, high reward kind of scenario there. And having a player to trade, as we know, Lithuania, they like to move around in pairs.
Yeah, so they definitely like to cover each other's back here, and we do have a bit of a standstill as Cree will go down to Carcass there. So the first kill heading towards the side of Lithuania. Of course, they are going to be pleased with that fact. I feel like a bit more attention towards A is required from Volsung to alleviate the pressure that is being put currently on the outside.
Yeah. As well. Like even flashing towards main or smoking off main, like there's a lot of things you can already do. And as we can see, there's also like Viscus in the lobby, faking A while the players are moving towards the outside, as well as they really need to take off the attention from Lithuania at the moment, because Carcass, if he's gonna have a free time moving around, and he won't be forced to like say, okay, they're on outside, we have to go there, and Volsung might even fake that, so they really need to find the advantage early on. As Ikas now close range, he's gonna look for the first kill. That's gonna be the bomb drop down. Yekinder Viscus going down. Only Brocky finding the kill. As now Brocky's gonna find one more against Carcass. So 2 against 3. Definitely doable.
And Warden will need to go huge here. He's already in vents as he's expecting for these players to drop down, making sure that Brocky can move down safely here. And that should be the case. But as I say, that Bo already will find him and being in a cheeky position there on that upper railing. Now Butters in ramp as well. They do not know where Warden is, but
I believe Warden didn't know where they are as well.
Yeah.
And they're coming from every single angle. I'm quite, okay, not sad,
not
but
the worst news. Not the worst news. If Volsung pick this up, they completely reset Lithuania one more time as they have just won one round. And off of that back alone, they might close out this match. So extremely important round for Volsung here. Otherwise, they're going to be looking for the long run with Lithuania on nuke here. As they're going to be heading actually towards outside one more time here. And I feel like they don't think that Carcass is putting a must... playing to his level as already 4 players have managed to sneak down. But as I say that, he does find Kree in the process. They're looking to add more. And Bull already checking corners here, looking to see if he can find any sort of noise cues. And he's going to be hiding away in that corner behind the double box.
It's pretty great, yes, because if you hide in the other boxes in the site, like you're completely open to doors. But it looks like he's even being checked here.
Now the Molotov towards that position will flush him out. Jose needs to push forward here. Still finds a kill and looking to add more here on top as he's switching up his position left and right. The bomb has gone down.
He's still getting the kills. Only Brocky left alive. How in God's name can Boo do this from time and time again? Brocky finding one, but he's instantly going to be pushed down. Lithuania, they're going to get their 13th round. And I believe with the bomb plant, Volsung will be able to buy, but that's going to be the last time they'll be able to buy. If they lose.
Oh, help me, Jesus, watching these games.
At this stage, it's like, you can't really understand. The game has gone back and forth throughout, like, even in the beginning, it was 5-5. It was 6-5. It was just.
I mean, we knew it's going to be a close one, but not this nerve-wracking. As now, finally, Volsung on their last money. This is their last hope of winning this one in overtime, if they are able to pick up this round. And Carcass now, when he's switching up with that op, and it doesn't need to go necessarily huge, as you can see, one kill is already enough damage towards the side of Volsung here. As now Butters posted up on the hut here, making sure nobody's pushing through those doors. And of course, having that hole in the doors also gives away the terrorist position another second sooner than required, or as they would expect. As of course you could see that the player model that's opening the doors here. Now Carcass with the AVP peeking towards the outside, looking to see if can Brocky come out on top here. I feel like he suspects the position of Carcass, as Bull will find the kill towards windows, and Brocky will take down Carcass here, looking to see if he can find the second player. That is going to be instantly Bull falling back towards heaven, and of course peeking towards main, seeing if he can help out his team. They have given up outside here, and Viscus could potentially be one of the reasons why Volsung might pick up this round here, as now Yakinder posting himself up towards heaven here, doesn't spot the player instantly, and now a push from a hut and door should happen before Yakinder shows himself.
Yeah, but he already has shown himself. Then Lame be taking him down. Viscus at least knows where to look. Brocky as well with the kill, but instantly Butter dropping down from the hut, but he's going to be taken down by Brocky in a 1v1 situation, and we know how well Ikas can play this one, as he's just going to rush the site. Kill off Brocky. He's going to be 14-12. Volsung on the eco round now, or they're going to decide to battle it out right here, as if they give up this round, then they are playing for the overtime.
Yeah, I mean, cannot really blame for whichever decision Volsung go for. They do decide to purchase just pistols here and see if they can take this to overtime, as now Viscus one more time with the CZ is going to be trying to pushing out through the hut, but so much damage through the flames, as now Lemby has managed to pick up 2. Creel will take him down, but doesn't matter as Butters finds 1. Yakinder with a solid headshot towards Ikas, towards ramp. They will pick up the M4 and seeing if they can rotate quick enough. Now Boo having a hard time finding this kill fast here, as Brocky will take him down, but Carcass with the rotation.
Before the game is over, I do want to point out that Cree did finally come up 17 kills. He had 4 kills after the first half. 4 kills. In the second half, he's already gotten 13 kills. That at least is good, but that's not enough, as we can see. That's not enough.
Definitely. That's why I feel like one of the reasons why Volsung might be suffering here is now Boo with the M4. Interestingly enough, he's going to be peeking towards the doors, and Warden did have the AVP in hand. Luckily, that Molotov pushed him backwards a bit. Otherwise, I feel like Warden might have come out on top there. Kree, of course, waiting for that smoke to fade before finding anything else. And one more time, we see this in a crucial round. A boost is coming out, same as it is in Cash towards that A side towards Shroud. And one more time now, Ike has boosted up here in this position. Might be a huge surprise for the side of Volsung if they decide to go towards ramp.
At the moment, you can't really tell if they're going to push out. And Ikas even has the reinforcements in the form of Karkas, who's at the moment on the outside, but he quickly will be able to come back here. Ikas going to spot the first place, going to take him down, even going to take down Warden, looking for the third one. Ikas going huge. Karkas already has rotated down to take down Yakinder, who's, I believe, is going to peek out at any second now. Now Karkas just needs to react in time as he's going to tag up Yakinder and he's going to take him down with the pistol. 16-12. Lithuania take it. Impressive stuff there towards the end. And Volsung as well, feeling kind of lost even at that stage as it feels. And I do want to point out that I have won the first prediction of the day.
Yeah, I mean, well, Volsung were not able to come back from it. Of course, the fact that they lost so many rounds on the CT side, not being able to hold the sides properly and just offering way too many 1-versus-1 battles that they didn't even come out on top in, means that that was just a pointless investment from their side. One more time, I mean, well played Lithuania. They definitely played as a unit, and I feel like that's the only reason why they did manage to secure this win here. I feel like if it would be the same approach from the side of Volsung and playing together more on the CT side, this definitely would be a different game we would be looking at here. And of course, the fact that unfortunately Kree was able to show up only in the later half here, that is also a factor. So all in all, well played, but Boo, yes, finding those initial entries so many times and so quickly. I think it was like 3-4 rounds, not necessarily in a row, but definitely 3-4 rounds where he found the first kill being on the terrorist side, offering one more time more opportunities for the terrorists. I like to see that a lot of outside plays are being made, as of course it's really hard to get in through the hut and doors towards A. But still, one more time, no double fakes so far coming out on Nuke, as not at least ones that were clearly visible on the map.
And we rarely saw as well that A push with the flashes going through the roof as well.
There was like one pop flash from in the first round there.
Yes, it was from Lithuania and Volsung as well as Yakinder also did that thing. But that is the game there, 16-12, so Lithuania coming out on top. Quite interesting scenario here as they were in the 4th place. Volsung were in the first place. I want to see how the standings are going to change after today. But for now, we're going to head into small commercial break. For that, remember to type in hashtag Vault in the chat as we're going to give away a €10 coupon that you can use in the Vault app. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. And when we come back, we're going to see Auto Clutch against Figure 05.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Thriller, killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
summer, where my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait until the summer, when my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the I just can't wait until I just can't wait until another, when I got nothing on my mind. I just can't wait to rediscover, when I meet with you again. Oh, I just can't wait until the summer, where my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait until the summer, when my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the I just can't wait until I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait until the summer. I'm told if we could work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, this fortune's running out, we'll stay tall.
If we could change our minds, hearts beating lies. Well, I know you're kind. If we could change our minds, hearts beating lies. Well, I know you're
I'm told we could work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, this fortune's running out, we'll stay tall.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic eSports League Season 2. Now we have the next game in front of us, figure of 5 against Auto Clutch. So before the day started, we were saying that it's kind of a 50-50 match, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's check out the players. Let's check out who could stand out. As on the side of Auto Clutch, we do have Steak, Doista, Filebe, Chetty, and Sikta.
And for figure of 5, we're going to see Amont, Wave, Kaitz, Cho, and JL.
From both sides, we have seen players stand out. Like Kaitz with the op, I can still say it, and I'm just going to say it so many times. That guy is just crazy with it. Now, what do you think is going to stand out from Auto Clutch in this matchup?
I think it's going to be Doista.
It's going to be Doista, yes.
Yeah. Just because solid rifler definitely knows how to move around the map. And of course...
Which is going to be? Which map?
Huh?
Which map is going to be?
Oh, it's actually going to be Train. So,
yes.
definitely knows how to move around the map. And of course, Train offering so many possibilities. Because of it, my pick most likely is going to be... Well, not most likely, but my pick in terms of who to watch out for, it would be Doista. So, yeah, I mean, we can actually definitely jump into our predictions here, as you did manage to secure the first win of the day. Still 2-1, so you do need to pick another one here to equalize the scoreline. Now, I have put down 16-9 in favor of Auto Clutch.
Okay, then I'm going to try to make things interesting. I'm going to go figure of 5s, but I'm going to say 16-8. They're going to take this one. I really think this map could kind of favor them, their playstyle, as it's still like in the works in a way. So I don't think Auto Clutch will quickly catch on to what figure of 5 is doing.
Well, yeah, if you're doing random things, then that might be the case. It's really hard to understand the randomness on the map here. Exactly. I did pick Auto Clutch just because they, well, in comparison to figure of 5, have found more success on Train.
Yeah.
For example, another team that's on paper quite good is Celtic.
Yeah.
Auto Clutch did win 16-3
against them
on Train against them. Yeah. Therefore, I think that Auto Clutch should be able to pick this one up as well. Not in such an easy fashion, but still, that's why I say it 16-9-ish, somewhere around that area. I feel like might be a fair scoreline.
Okay, well, I definitely kind of think that with JL on their team, Kaitz, like those two players will definitely be a nuisance for Auto Clutch to deal with.
If they show up.
If they show up. Although JL, I think he shows up every single game. He's there, he's a factor.
Might be the case. I will not be able to confirm or deny that one.
Yep.
So, one more time. I mean, we saw Train yesterday.
We did. Wolfsong played it.
Yeah, Wolfsong, I feel, showed a very good approach as to how you can deal with Train and how you should be dealing with certain situations.
And how you can lose Train as well.
And how you can lose Train as well, of course. So, I mean, there's things to learn either way, good things or bad things, and of course, hopefully it's only good things for either of these teams here. One more time, I mean, the Train historically has been a CD-sided map, and I feel like both of these teams are going to feel comfortable here on CT, and for the Terrorists, it's similar to Nuke in terms of how many rounds you want to get. You still definitely want to have a minimum of 4, and ideally you would like to have, so I would say 6, 7 is like already amazing.
Yeah.
If you manage to get that, 5 is very solid, and you should still feel very okay with it, because if you're able to pick up then afterwards the first 3 rounds.
Exactly. It always relies on picking up those next rounds, because like 10-5, if the enemy team picks up 13-5 is already kind of tough scoreline to deal with.
Yeah.
Because what are the chances that there are not 3 rounds that the team's comfortable with putting out and winning the game? Like
well, I mean, so far we've also seen so many lost second rounds I cannot even begin to describe. So
a problem closing out games as well. That kind of still stays in there.
And on Nuke, as well as Train, it is extremely important to be able to close those rounds out, because once again, if your economy, as we saw in the previous game, starts to be controlled by the Terrorist team, you won't even have a chance to close out the match. So it's important to be able to do that when it really matters, and of course not overstay your welcome in certain situations, as does also not overstep any boundaries. I would say in this matchup we're probably going to see more full commitment executes to either side.
Okay.
I just feel like these teams definitely feel comfortable with trying to trade it out in an even battle, sort of say. So I would not be expecting to see many fakes, but I haven't seen many throughout here,
Yeah.
and still,
Yes,
this is something I just keep saying because I feel that currently in the second season for a lot of these teams, you should have like a slightly wider strat book. I still understand that it's not necessarily in the meta right now, but when the change of pace is required or you need to absolutely secure that round, you need to have something prepared. You cannot always rely on just picks and stuff.
Yeah, as well. And yesterday you pointed out and you drawn on the Samsung Flipboard, you showed how you want a train to be executed when you have the player towards Ivy, two players towards B. Do you think we're going to see something like that from these teams?
I highly doubt that.
You highly doubt that. I thought that you'd say I hope so.
No, I'm gonna even take it a step further, and I'm going to say 98% that there's nothing going to be even something close to what I draw yesterday.
Okay.
There we go.
Although we have seen, I think we have seen Figure 05 play on train.
Yeah.
As well, and they do kind of prioritize that Ivy position. That we've seen them put 3 players towards that position. Do you think that's kind of good choice?
Yeah, because well, here's the thing why a lot of terrorist teams try to abuse Ivy as much as they can, or at least gain some sort of grounds there.
Yeah.
When the CTs are in a site, they feel sandwiched in because you have Ivy opened up, and that means that if Ivy is opened up and you need to constantly check it, the other 2 positions being Pop Dog and T Main don't have enough attention as it would be required.
Yeah.
If you draw one guy back from B to watch for CT stairs, then like to watch from CT stairs towards Ivy, then of course B side is weak, and then the guy either goes huge or goes down. In most of the cases. So you're constantly going to feel uncomfortable on A side if you have Ivy opened.
Do you think we're going to see fakes coming out? Because it's pretty easy to fake B. Oh, sorry, train in general. You can like from the pop dog position on top of the stairs from the apartment.
Yes, but you need to make it believable.
Yes.
Here's the problem. Like anyone can go towards B and throw down a smoke and a flashbang over and be like, oh, I fake B.
Yeah.
That of course is not the case, as you need at least one guy that's going to commit as far as first contact.
Yeah.
Just to make the player on B actually believe that at least there's a firefight going on. So just in case he needs to call in for that backup. If there's no commitment, there's usually no rotation.
As well, but we have seen teams over-rotate from little to no information as well.
Yeah, but I don't think, I for the life of me, I cannot recall, but I don't think either Figure 05 or Auto Clutch have a, sort of say, a CS disease like that.
Okay.
I mean, they've shown so far relatively good composure as well. I mean, they have a good amount of experience on their sides, perhaps slightly more on the side of Auto Clutch in terms of individual players, as for Figure 05, as we initially were calling them, Amont and the boys.
Yes.
Pretty much Amont is the one that's probably sharing the most amount of knowledge there. As far as I'm aware, apologies if anyone is more experienced on their side.
And as well, both teams, they have kind of troubles finishing out games. As you remember from, I believe, week 1, the first game, it was 16-14 where Mighty was won against Auto Clutch as well. Figure 05 also has some issues. Do you think we're in for overtime? Do you think that's a possibility?
That is also a possibility if whoever is on the terrorist side is able to control the CT side's money enough. I mean, if you feel comfortable with it, probably like the best way to win would be securing 3 rounds in a row. Almost, I would say, not definitely feeling bad if you lose, then afterwards one, and then winning the next following gun round. If you can do that and just continuously break the economy of CTs, winning train is never going to be a problem for you.
Yeah, exactly. It really relies on the utility that you can have, the weapons that you can have, as there's a really long-range battles. You want to have those either AKs and 4s, and definitely an AWP.
And I mean, usually a tactic like that would be used if you are considerably on the next level above your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you understand what I mean, like, if you see that you are securing rounds left and right, inevitably after 5 rounds you have the max round lost round bonus. Therefore, you are receiving the maximum amount of money. You never want the CTs to get to that point. So, like, if you see that you are extremely in the lead, you can actually allow yourself to lose 1 round.
Have you ever done it?
I've been in 1 game,
Yeah, where you give away the round on purpose.
Yeah, because then afterwards you just reset the CT side one more time, and they don't even have the tools to somehow damage you, and they just run out.
That means after 3 round victories, you just throw your weapons off the map, so they don't save it.
I mean, you can leave one guy alone and just leave him to save.
Okay.
But essentially, yeah, lose the round and then afterwards win the next following one. Or even you could just start saving already then.
Just waiting in T-spawn.
They win the round, so they, of course, ideally you would want them to kill you off. Yeah. But actually not kill you off. You want to kill them as much as possible, but then leave one guy alive and then allow them to win the round by not planting the bomb. And then afterwards, there's only one guy with a rifle that cannot drop, really, because they don't have any money. And the remaining guys are going to be forcing out.
Understand.
And then from their point on, that's a full diabolical economical reset. Yes. But I don't think that's going to be something that we're going to see here.
I hope that we're going to see at least once here in BSL Season 2.
I mean, if WSD play against Skinlords Red, yeah, for sure. Or Skinlords, for that matter.
Still trash. Yes, but we haven't seen him this week. Do you really not think they're practicing making?
Not really missing them. It's fine.
Okay, that is the opinions. I already have all the players in the server, so let's type in ready so the players can jump in the knife round quickly.
Yeah.
So you want to start on the CT side. We still haven't seen any kind of too interesting approaches in the knife rounds as we were talking like in the previous weeks. Talking like teams should be practicing those knife rounds as at this stage it gets to a really important point.
Yeah,
or you want to start on that side.
And even more so on maps like this, as we already previously spoken. So, of course, most of the teams, one more time on knife rounds, tend to see if they can spot out a player that quickly divides himself from his group, and then you would just ideally push together with him. As in this instance, like if you can see Cho tried to went for it, but his teammates were a bit too far there to catch him out. Regardless, though,
what is Eamon doing?
We're treading one by one, and Eamon is just staying back and allowing for the remainder of his team to pick it up. So, Figure of 5 have managed to find the knife round for themselves in their pockets, meaning that they will be starting on the CT side here. AutoClutch will be on the terrorist side. Still, though, so much experience on the side of AutoClutch.
Yeah, but we're talking about experience and everything else. We see it from time to time, but sometimes it just falls off when they start to play solo. Which could be like something that they have.
That's also experience.
It's also experience. But not if you're losing.
No, in the sense that you need to have enough experience to understand that you are experienced enough not to play solo.
Okay.
See, but that experience only comes from losing as playing solo, being an experienced player. A lot of experience around the board here. As we're going to be jumping into the first round there, I'm actually curious if anyone followed that trail of thought.
Yeah. I hope at least someone did, that someone is watching and listening to us.
#bold.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The giveaway is going to happen soon. But now, let's see the pistol round. I want to see where AutoClutch goes with this one. As it's like they're going to rush towards the B. There's going to be only one player there, so they have Wave from Figure of 5 waiting there. I'm not quite sure about this, as they're going to jump up and instantly move into the side. Wave quite in the open, did not manage to get away. He's going to be taken down. As you can see now, the players are rotating in, but they're not hitting the bullets. AutoClutch are winning this one as JL did find Peleba. Has to go back, but Sikta from behind lines takes him down. Only Aimant remaining, 1v3.
And he needs to find these shots here. Pew, 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 missing it. Oh, and unfortunately will go down. So, yeah, AutoClutch, a very clean first round coming out from them. Of course, just because Wave did miss that first initial 2 bullets, didn't have really time to reload much there. And because he was falling back, the players were way too close before he got into a safe position, and a few unlucky shots coming out from the connector towards lower B. So AutoClutch did secure the first round there. Cherry with that sawed-off shotgun, interesting where he's going to go, probably towards Pop. Yeah.
Well, no, he's going to take out Zeus. Why not? Why not? Already JL has found Steak with the Deagle and Stick now moving out, but there's JL trying to find the kills. He has to get that AK. He's trying at least to move towards that position. Aimant will be taken down. JL as well. Only Kites remaining here towards the A site as Wave is rotating back. But already he's being tagged out, being taken down. Still 4 players left alive for the side of AutoClutch. They have saved still 3 AKs and 1 solid shot combo. There is Wave with a Deagle shot. He's going to shoot down Stick. He's going to look for the next one. He's going to tag and kill off Joyce as well, but Phileba was there in time. Way too close for comfort for AutoClutch. They still managed to come out on top there.
Yeah, so a very nice flick coming out on that initial kill there, and also finding his second. So that's still money gained on the side of Figure of 5 here. Of course, AutoClutch did manage to pick up the next following round. You can see Sikta on the Mac 10 there, as well as Doista and Steak. So they're going to be rushing B, I would say, here in this instance, as now Aimant and the boys are going to be heading towards Amen, and you can see they essentially swapped sides here on the map. Of course, Doista will quickly understand what's going on here. Wave spots a load of terrorist players. It's like out of there instantly. And of course, a hayload of nades coming here towards the connector.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be any chance for Figure 5 even to retake or get an exit frags, as WSD is quite eager to get these kills now.
Well, you want to utilize the MAC-10s to their maximum and get at least get their value back here. Sikta already has managed to do that and is looking to add more damage on top here. He's going to be chasing these players down, just quickly chasing and checking corners. He does spot one of the players just that was Kaitz actually. With the bullets, he still somehow finds Zdeek in this situation as Sikta finds his second with the MAC-10. Kaitz will go down to Doista because there was no armor and that aim punch was a bit too strong. So Auto Clutch definitely starting off very good here with picking up the first 3 rounds. You can see also that offers them the opportunity to purchase quite a lot of utility as they've had bomb plants on top of that as well. And they haven't really died that much on their side. In comparison to perhaps other games. Here is now JL with the flashbang towards main, is going to be looking to stop any sort of fast pushes coming out here. One more time, Doista dropping down here. Cho will spot one player, but he didn't expect for Zdeek to be already out, as JL now will find a kill on Amont. Trading in return here, JL still alive, but he'll be taken down by Chetty as Amont finds his second, I believe. I'm looking to see if he can add on top there, battling it out in a very long battle. Will come out on top here, and that is going to be Doista picked up. Slightly looked like, I mean, it looks initially very good, but now instantly Amont, as JL found those initial kills there, and it sort of like stopped the rush, and then afterwards the remaining Figure 5 players were able to just take into positions and clean it up.
I think Autoclash were a bit too aggressive in that stage. It was the first buy round. They definitely could have slowed things down and look for some exit frags. The aggression coming out from Figure 5 as well as Kaitz was pushing that B upper halls. As now it's going to be wave one more time tested. If he's taken down, he's going to take down Steak instantly. Position will come in from Cho. He sprays through the smoke. He's going to take down Leba already as Wave now changing his positions. Has to be pretty careful as we can see who's pushing there. Doista. He's going to catch him out. It's going to be 3 against 4. The bomb will be planted shortly here as they're now moving in. But you can see from every single position, Figure 5 are now surrounding the site as JL is going to find the first player. Chetty will go down now. AK picked up instantly, moving into the side. He'll not be spotted as Show is going to take him down from behind lines. Doista as well going down. It's going to be 2-3. Figure 5 fighting back. Let's check the scoreboard. Very even scores for the side of Figure 5.
And very gambly plays coming out from Auto Clutch. 2 rounds in a row, looking to just fully commit towards the site, not knowing how many players are there, what sort of their game plan is.
Yeah.
A bit risking it, but okay. I mean, they obviously tried to go for a surprise play and see if Figure 5 players are ready for such things, and well, they definitely shown they are. Is now Kaid speaking with the AVP towards teammate, will not spot anyone just yet.
Doist dropped down to 19 HP because he ran into bomb, and Joe will instantly take him down. As now we can see Auto Clutch will slow things down, but with these Deagles and P250 in hand, they have to really find the angles, as Zeke is going to find the first angle, taking down JL, but Amon instantly with the answer. As we can see, it's going to be one player in Pop Dog, one towards A main and one towards Ivy. At this stage, Auto Clutch either just patiently waits.
Chetty expecting for that drop. Coming in from a flank, but of course that should not be happening usually in this instance because it is a 4 versus 3 situation. The CTs, that is Figure 5, should have no reason to push much here, as they should be just looking for information right now from their positions, not moving forward. And Amon finding another one more time.
Yeah, Kai switches positions, as he quite possibly could take out the player coming out from the Pop Dogs. The flash will come through, does not flash Kite. He's gonna miss the first opening shot, and the second one he'll be taken even down. Quite unfortunate. I believe the AWP will be saved. Oh, they didn't have the time, but they still do have the money.
Yeah, okay, so they have the money, but that is unlucky a bit there. I mean, it's a lot of money lost just because of that fact. So they will rebuy. Still, of course, will be able to buy up here, as also Steak now on the AVP. Glass cannon, and looking to see if he can find the timing. He actually sort of lost it there, and now the Molotov will prevent him any sort of line of sight, as he's looking to see if he can spot any players on top of those trains. But Chetty will already go down to JL, and JL also taking no damage in that situation. I'm not too sure, was there a pop flash even given for Chetty to push out like that? So a man down very early in the round here on the side of Auto Clutch, as Sikta will find Amon, an important find towards Ivy here. You can see instantly Kayit's paying his attention for Ivy, and will use that Molotov and smoke to stop any sort of pushes coming out from the side of AutoClutch. Steak will spot the player on the bomb train, but luckily he didn't manage to go down in that situation. As now both Doista and Fileba to find the entry.
Smoke even. Fileba didn't realize that there's a player there. As you can see, only 2 players left alive. For side figure 05. Wave going down. Kites will find Steak. He still has 3 more. He's gonna find Steak as well. Still has to find Doista and Fileba. Both are in the A site. And he doesn't have that secondary pistol purchased. Only USPS. And it's not the best weapon to have in this kind of scenario. So now let's see. As one player is waiting right behind the bomb train. Quite possibly Kites can find great timing to get the player, as he's now going to check the left side. He's not going to see him, and instantly he's been taken down by Doista. 3 kills for him, 4-3. AutoClutch coming back, and they're even picking up the off.
And you can see that $4,750 would have been very useful on the side of figure 5, as now they need to drop. And they will be forcing up and will have a less utility. And you can also see there are no defuse kits on their side.
Yeah, that can really bite them, as we've seen from time to time. When you don't have the defuse kit, you are forced to push out quicker than you kind of want to.
Yeah, and obviously that can force mistakes on retake situations. But for it to be a retake situation, AutoClutch still need to find success here. As now Amond peeking towards Ivy through the smoke, pushing through, will not find anything, will fall back here and will pass the information on to his team. As now Steak looking to see if he can find anyone, but Doista will already find Cho in this situation. That this is exactly what we were talking about. CTs feel pressured into pushing here. Now Kayit's looking to see if he can find success here, as he will find Doista, and Amond will find Chetty. Sikta now with the flank, needs to go for this kill, does get it, looking to see if he can find another one. He will get the second kill. Both now JL and Kayit's remaining here, as JL has already given away his position and is not coming out on top, but Kayit's with the help out here will leave it into a 2 versus 2 situation. The flashbang over towards trains will not flash anyone, as Kites is already smartly pushing closer. The bomb is even down towards T apartments. Oh, this is so south for AutoClutch, I cannot even describe, but that Molotov will prevent from anyone pushing out, meaning that Kite is in danger zone.
Yeah, he can. Now, like the JL is now moving towards connector, as they know where the bomb is. Kite's gonna take down Fileba, and now it's T coming out, but Kite coming out on top. 4 kills in that round for him.
Why didn't they check that? They knew he was there before.
Yeah, no idea. Maybe they thought that he backed up towards the bomb, as the bomb was dropped down more towards T spawn.
Yeah, but if you don't know, you still check.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
So, yeah, AutoClutch, you can only blame yourselves for that one. I mean, you check your corners, guys. One more time. Few pistols and few armors coming out here, as now Cho dealing a lot of damage with that Molotov. Still a halo of flashes coming through, as both Amond and Kayit do pick up kills here. Cho looking to see if he can add more, but already 2 return kills coming in here, so Amond needs to go huge, as Kayit will find 2 and Amond will find the last one. That is going to be 5-4.
My goodness, this game one more time. I think we're going to see a back and forth game as well, like we did in the first one.
Yep, starts to look like it. Definitely starts to look like it. And also,
I'm not quite sure if AutoClutch needs an up.
Why they forced?
I'm not quite sure. They did lose 2 rounds.
Why do you force?
Weird situation that they have put themselves into. But maybe they want to surprise the enemy. Maybe they think that is what's missing from them.
I mean, they sort of already tried that in the first buy round and the next following. So okay, I'm just a bit confused here. So there's obviously no real what looks to be like a set play here, as Fileba did manage to spot the player and looking to see if he can deal any sort of damage. Is just toying with the idea of jumping over one more time, seeing if he can force a reload out of JL and then drop down, because he's looking to land any sort of scout shots here. But JL, with the angle, they're still staying alive and a nuisance. Of course, not allowing for these players to drop down. As now Chetty with the scout looking to see if he can spot any players. And do they suspect a player close to Electro? The position already has been given away. Godoista will find Kayitz. That's one huge man to go down on the side of figure 5 here. Amond finding a kill instantly, expecting an Ivy push. As now Fileba will find JL. That is going to be a UMP picked up. Wave already going towards heaven. Amond will go down, and Wave will need to be the backbone of this team here with his position.
Basically, this stage needs to hide. If he gets spotted, then he can make the move, as he needs Cho to be in that powder position. As you can see, Fileba is checking that. Wave was spotted as well. not the best case scenario here for Figure 05 players. There's only Cho will remain dropping down into Pop Dog. Could potentially find a player. He will find Phil Leva. Still has to find 2 more, but his position is already known. So he has to really battle it out for this one, as like AKs are looking his way, and with an AK getting the kill here, it's going to be easy, but Deutsch is going to go down. Cho looking for the kill onto Steak here, and he's looking for the spray down. He runs out of bullets, although he still had 6 left. He would have gotten the kill against Steak. Not big a fan of this one, but he still wins against it. I'm not quite sure why Steak decided to peek. He could definitely play that one a bit different. But as we can see, oh, well, Cho bad mannering even.
I mean, he peeked probably because as the bomb was going down, Doista went down, meaning that who was that? That was Cho that stayed alive. Yeah. He knew there's another player already in the site, and of course, with having the AK in hand in that situation,
you feel like you have the upper hand.
Yeah, you feel like you have the upper hand, and you just kind of go for that quick peek. But even then afterwards, Cho, well, sort of failing with that spray in that situation, might have come out on top here, as now Kaitz will find Sikta one more time. Auto Clutch players being on pistols here are going to be looking to drop down into Pop Dog and out into A here, as the nades are starting to come through. JL does hear the players. Steak was fully flashed in that situation, and a quick cleanup from Figure 05 still leaves Auto Clutch sitting on only 4 rounds here.
I'm not quite sure how was Steak the only one that was flashed, because they were preparing flashes for the A side and JL didn't receive anything, not even a glimpse of white there. Did they fail? I believe they failed their flashes.
Yeah.
That's quite unfortunate news for Auto Clutch. 7-4. Figure 05 at the moment are on top, but this is kind of T-sided map. CT-sided map. So Auto Clutch, as we already mentioned, like 5 rounds is quite okay. 4 will still be doable, as here Kite is going to miss the first opening shot, dropping down to 60 HP. Really now has to figure out how he wants to approach this one.
Yeah, and because there was a pop flash and an AVP play towards B, Auto Clutch should know that at least initially there were 2 players towards B, meaning that if they find a kill here towards A, that should be an explosion onto site here, as Chetty will find JL already, and now Cho just gave away his position. That is going to be the rotation coming through here already from B side, meaning that only Kayitz is remaining on B with the AVP in hand there. And you can see that the bomb is making its way towards apartments, and they're going to be heading for a B hit here, as long as somebody in team main, please hold their attention. Kayitz is looking to spot the information, and he's going to find the player. Actually lands the shot. What?
Well, that was a crazy flick on the Chetty, and he managed to get in good position, because I was really scared about his position. If he gets rushed, he only can get 1 kill there. But he gets the kill, gets back. Wave is waiting if anyone's going to come back into Pop Dog. They know where the players are. I can't believe why Cho and Ayman aren't rotating, as now the push is going to come in. The Molotov will be dropped down. Great timing there by Kayitz, as he should be really careful and should spot the player on top of Train. As we can see, they're checking this position. Steak is going to take one down. Almost getting the second one, as Kai is going to push, I believe, through smoke. He's going to find 1 player. Instantly, he's going to back off through the smoke. He managed himself to get back in safer place, but it's going to be Sikta taking him down. Very good position for him, and Phil Leba with the last kill. So Auto Clutch finally take the side by storm, even with Kai it's being that successful there.
Yeah, and you can see that on the side of Figure 05, just off the fact of how many kills continuously were coming through for the side of Auto Clutch, they continuously had to rebuy these weapons, meaning they didn't really have that much money saved up for them. Of course, as expected, Kai showing up here on the side of Figure 05, and is a huge factor for them. Mystique now one more time with the AVP in hand, sort of fails that jump there initially, and now understands he might have lost his timing to peek as he was initially intended.
Although, but if the enemy have the pistol, of course, you're kind of scared from Deagles. But even then, I believe having that kind of information, maybe even seeing a stack or something along those lines, now he spotted that player.
And Chetty has already gone so far forward here in this situation. He will go down to Cho in sight. Ament will go down in flames, as now Cho has exposed himself. He will go down as well as JL. Only Wave and Kayitz remaining here. Kayitz and Wave's positions are also known, so it should be an easy pickup, as though comically enough Wave does come out on top here in that situation with the USB, and Kayitz still with the positioning might surprise someone here, as oh my god,
he was not spotted. This could be a huge victory for him, as the bomb is yet to be picked up. Now he's going to be spotted. He's going to take down Sikta and then look for the next kill as well. The USB is making tons of work already. Now you can see 7-6, and as well, I kind of feel like Figure 05 are also keeping in touch, like they're trying to control the economy of Auto Clutch here.
Well,
they're kind of successful with getting those kills.
Yeah, but there's only 7 rounds on Train. Yeah, and of course, so far, well, judging by... I mean, Kait still has the op, so that can still come out here in favor on their side. But I feel like AutoClutch should be able to pick up this next one as well, as they look like found finally some sort of a loophole on the side of Figaro 5. And now Doista will spot the player, will deal some amount of damage to Wave in that situation, forcing him back. And already you can see Kait has gone towards B with the AVP from Connector. A very standard position, as now Cho will give away his position as another smoke is deployed towards the pop dog. So a lot of early utility used from the side of Figaro 5. You can see essentially only Cho remaining with the Molotov in hand, and also Kait's, well, smoke and flash.
Yep. That's true here. Wave, he did peek out, almost killed off Philippa there, but Philippa was quick with the rotation back, trying to hide behind the walls there, as now 4 players are going to be ready to hit that B site. And let's just see. Wave close range. The rotation should come through, I believe. Okay, I thought Siktas was in A main. If he would have been an A main, it would be pretty great, because he would hold at least Cho, the 3rd player in the A site, there, so the rotation would come through that fast.
Yeah, so Wave is going to be a huge factor here in any second now, as the flashbangs are starting to come through. You can see that smoke on top is slightly a bit too forward. As now Wave will find his first, but that is all she wrote.
Missing the shots. Missing shots. Cherry can this time go huge, as he already has found 2 kills. Quite a surprise there for Figaro 5.
So many of these off shots that we see being missed in situations where you definitely need to land it. As now Steak will find his first and the second in this round. Oh, excuse me, that was already the 3rd. So 7-7 here, as AutoClutch are looking to close it out, actually being in the lead here, and definitely already having 7 rounds on the side of Terrorists on train is a comfortable scoreline to be sitting at, as long as you make sure you get the pistol rounds and of course the follow-ups.
Yes, even then the game can continue on being really close. As already mentioned, this is a kind of 50-50 situation here.
Now, Wave with the smoke towards B here, looking to delay any sort of fast pushes that might be happening, is just shoulder peeking with the CZ in hand. Will not spot one of the players, but those jumps should have given the information away. Is now both Steak and Doista finding kills towards A side. Steak knows the position of the CT player. The spray through the smoke will find the kill, as Wave will go down. And that is going to be 8-7 in favor of AutoClutch. Inevitably there, I must say, because my prediction.
Everything's going to turn around. D side for Figaro 5 is insane. Believe me when I say it.
No.
Believe me when I say it. No, really, listen. D side for Figaro 5 is going to be the greatest thing you're going to see on train.
And if not? Will you wear another dress, this time blue?
Oh, why do you want to see me in dresses, man?
I think it's the public that wants to see you in dresses. I'm just offering them the opportunity.
Of course. Everyone wants to see me in dress, exactly. But they're going to push towards the A side now, Figaro 5. As you can see, the Russians going to come out from A main and from Pop Dog as well. Chetty now, Philippa has found the first one. Chetty with the flick onto JL, but Ayman is there to answer, as he did spot the player towards the office up there. We can see already players are being boosted up. Joyce is looking for the kills. The bomb is planted down, so 3v4 situation here. Cho will go down. He was in really good position, in crucial position for this to work out, as Ayman can get back. He's going to be spotted by 3 players and only Kait's remaining, as he's going to be spotted and taken down. AutoClutch, they win the first round.
Was that Philippa in heaven? I think it was Philippa in heaven.
Yeah, because he got the first kill. I am not sure that he could get the first kill from any other position.
Yeah, so being in heaven in the situation where you have been already found, you can see that a huge problem for Figaro 5 was just the fact that he continued to stay alive.
Yeah.
And having that threat from above, and also him being able to provide a lot of information during that retake, means that the remaining players can essentially move in with relative ease here, as now Figaro 5 players on the pistol round here only have purchased a few pistols and a single flashbang here, and Chetty with that auto shotgun. Oh.
But they're not going to go in here. They're going to go towards the B side. There's going to be 2 players there, so Sikta with Steak are going to wait for Figaro 5's push. And I really like that Ayman at least is here trying to keep tabs on Ivy.
Yeah, with the deagle in hand, he's definitely a dangerous player here in Ivy. Did just give away his position, looking to land the pre-fire. Of course, whoever is playing Ivy should know better not to peek. I believe that is Philippa? No, excuse me, Steak. Steak now with the scout towards B. He's not going to find his first kill, as the players are trickling onto the side here. Sikta just looking to stay alive, as the flank is already coming through, and that is going to be Chetty with the shotgun. Will find one, looking to find the second, will find it as well.
All of them were found. The bomb is going to be defused. As I thought, it can definitely work out, but I'm quite sad at Figaro 5 we're not checking behind lines for that backstab. As that usually is the case And especially now, they should realize that and always keep a tabs. That someone could definitely come behind them.
Yes, but because there were 2 bomb plants for Figaro 5's side, good job in that sense, because that does mean that you were able to purchase up, and you can see how much utility exactly they are able to buy here, as essentially every single type of nade has definitely been purchased, only Amont lacking one, but other than that, it's a full buy coming out here for the Figaro 5 players, and that is their best option of getting back into this, as Chetty pushing in, unfortunately didn't find the timing, and now Figaro 5 players are looking to trickle onto the site, and Fileba will go down, only Doiste remaining here, Molotovs left and right, as he's cornered in here, Zeke pushing out, does he find the timing? He does get the kill, and could essentially go huge here for his team, as he finds the kill onto JL, that is going to be Cho taking down Doiste towards Ivy, but still 2 versus 2 situation, as Wave will find Steek, and that is information for Zeke to hear. He knows that the bomb is close to him. Question is, who comes out on top here, as Zeke did come out on top, the bomb was spotted, and oh my god, Wave just gave away his position, as now the smoke and flash will offer plenty of opportunity for Zeke to move around here, the peak!
Oh, he almost gets Wave, 22 HP left. That was so close for Zeke to actually do that first FAMAS skill when he was waiting and Popdog peeking out, and instantly the crosshair was in the enemy's head. That was just great news for him. And here he did pick up the Molotov. He could potentially used it and played a bit more careful.
Well, the terrorist player did smoke off the bomb as well. So he was unable to drop it on the bomb in that situation. Still, though, I feel like a slightly forced situation from the side of AutoClutch there. So still 10-8, as you can see, AutoClutch have purchased a bit of a few pistols here, and Chetty does have the M4 available now. Fileba with the Deagle. In Season 1 we saw great things coming out from him with this weapon, and let's see if he can follow up on that, as he definitely hears the players jumping above Popdog here, and of course JL clearing out any sort of close corners towards T-Main as far as he can allow himself to do.
I believe, yes, he spotted the legs of the player. He's going to look for the kill. Almost, and he's going to get as Steek. He's going to step out. There's going to be 1 kill going the way of Figaro 5 already, and we can see Fileba, he's going to still wait with that Deagle for the player to drop down, as I'm not quite sure that that's going to be a really good scenario for him. You can see the B site is completely empty. From the players of AutoClutches, they're all stacking A sites. Let's see who's going to be the first rotate and move. Fileba go for that backstab, but having Amont in this position is already pretty huge for Figaro 5.
He's still gathering a lot of information, unable to find the kill quickly there, but does find it inevitably, as now Doista already on bomb side B here will spot one of the players, tries to take his time there, but the curse with the kill from behind, especially when you have Deagle in hand. I've been there so many times. I completely understand you, Doista.
Yeah, it's very tough to...
I feel you. The people that...
You try to be slow, but then the enemy moves, and it's like, you can't win in that situation almost.
I mean, I've screamed so many times in those situations. I just... Whoever has played with me usually, most likely has heard me in that situation, and I'm quite vocal about it. But Sikta has managed to find Amont here, so that's at least 1 weapon out of their hand, as he's actually going to find Wave as well, and Fileba will be able to pick up the Galil there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about Figaro 5's choice to actually go for that kind of a push, as their money situation as well is not that good. I think first you need to think about your money and then the enemy money in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have 1 round in backup, I'm not really a huge fan of hunting for weapons, especially knowing that there was only 1 rifle on the side of AutoClutch, and now they have 2.
Yeah, they gave a lot of things away here. We can see one more time, Figaro 5, they're going to go for the slow approach, and the same thing is going to be done by AutoClutch. You can see how deep back in there are in the site. And I'm not a big fan of this. I really like how Wolsung play CT side, that they have the always player presence towards either Popdog or main. There's always a player close to that choke point.
Well, as you're saying it, Doiste already has managed to make way here, and JL is not even able to check what's happening. Only now does have the opportunity, but little does he know that Doiste is extremely close, as the flashback does come through. Doiste fully flashed there, but Chetty able to trade back there instantly. He's going to be falling back here, not wanting to give this one up, as now the nades are a lot of nades being used from the side of Figaro 5 towards Ivy here. Amont was just spotted and unable to trade any sort of damage from his side. One more time now, Fileba sitting close by with that smoke, just waiting for any sort of pushes of these players coming through now as Figure 5 are recomposing here and are going to be heading towards B. That Molotov towards upper B is going to ring alarm bells. You can see already a rotation coming through from Connector here, and Sikta just needs to stay alive.
At this stage, most definitely, you can see that they're trying to fake. They're trying to pick Lattelecom apart, trying to move around, as they did have a player in Ivy. Now he's going to go towards the A main, so two from A main and 2 from the Pop Dog. Let's just see how Chetty can deal with this. As he's even ordering back to B side, they're giving away the sites. Let's see if he can find a kill. I believe he's put a player towards the bomb train, but Joe is going to win in that duel with 10 HP left on him. And now already Steak has made his way forward. He's going to even push through the smoke. I believe he did not spot the player moving into Pop Dog, but here instantly Wave is going to spot him and take him down. At this stage, Lattelecom, they just need to save these weapons and nothing else will go wrong for them. As the scoreline will be 10-10. The Figure 5 not giving up as well.
Yeah. So both Fileba and Sikta,
but they have taken down the terrorists, yes, and they still have time. They don't have the defuse key, so they just have to go for the defuse. You can see Joe is with 10 HP.
Yeah, so Joe cannot peek, and I mean, if the bomb is tapped here, he does find the timing, he will go down, but I don't think is there enough time. They found the kit!
They found the kit! My goodness, Clutch. I was already giving that round away. And I was not even checking.
I was just about to praise Figure 5 about that double fake, even though there was no commit on the second push towards B there, but it obviously sort of worked out. I don't know also why AutoClutch decided to fully fall back from the site like that, because I mean, if they would have offered more resistance, I feel like it would have been an easier round. Regardless, though, somehow they managed to bring it back. So, good job from them. Of course, now Figure 5 on the force buy here. A limited amount of utility on their side here, and also extremely important for AutoClutch to pick this one up.
That is definitely the case as Fileba. He's going to be the guy who has to step up. As one more time, it's going to be an A hit. Kite, you can see already he's breaking up for the grenades, as now the Molotov will come through, pushing Fileba out. He's already spotted. Has to be sure that he stays alive with 8 HP, as the rest of the players are looking to get the kills here. Now he's going to be pushed. Fileba will be spotted, but he still gets the kill. Oh, that was Chetty helping out a friend, but still pretty crazy stuff going down. It's going to be 2v2 situation now. Kite with Cho, 2 players remaining. And luckily for Kites, he managed to get away, so they can now think what to do, which side they want to hit.
So they are, it looks like, what seems to be going to be heading towards B here, and Sikta should definitely hear one of these players, and that you can see already. Steak is on the way towards B here. Sikta with a quick flank coming out here, understanding that these players, for their best opportunity in this round, they need to stick together now. Cho with the upfront positioning here might be able to find it, but Sikta will already find Kai. It's not expecting for a flank to come through there that quickly, and Steak, of course, comes out on top in that engagement, having the upper hand in the health.
AutoClutch, really great job now here in the second half. You can see they're only giving away 2 rounds and 1-4. Although there is still some work to be done. Those 2 rounds were really sketchy for them. Basically, those rounds were like they made way too many mistakes.
But I mean, when you have rounds like that, that also usually offers you like a fresh insight as to what you're doing wrong. Yeah. So I hope that this brings more composure on their side and just rational thinking, as now you can see Sikta with the Molotov towards B, looking to see if he can spot any of these players here. Will spot one, will fall back, does not hear any steps just yet, therefore not the Molotov not deployed. Already a rotation through here coming from Steak here, as he's looking to add any sort of backup he could. And now the Molotov will be dropped here. These players are unable to push, and now pushing in a straight line.
They should have realized that some of the players could be there. As now Chetty pushes out, he's gonna get only 1 kill. Steak with the next one. The bomb is at least dropped down, but as you can see, there's 1 player in connector, so they're really pulling apart AutoClutch here. But Fileba finds 1. Steak still looking for a kill. He's gonna find aim, and only Cho remaining. And Cho, although he did find a kill, Steak is gonna punish him for that. 13-9. AutoClutch now are gonna face the Figure 5 buy round, and if they win this one, that could be game over.
Yeah, that still could be game over. It is 13-9 here now, and of course, Figure 5, if they want to come back into this, they need to win this one and the one afterwards just to equalize the scoreline of the fact that then, in that scenario, AutoClutch would be reset.
Exactly, it's here. He hasn't found too much luck with the op on C side. He was a lot better on CT side. On T side, you can see kind of lacking here. If you just taken his time to aim there, he would have gotten the kill against Doiste on the train there.
So, with the upfront positioning, a lot of utility already has been used on the side of Auto Clutch here. There's only 2 more smokes remaining, and also Six sitting on the MP9 is going to feel pressure in making any sort of play happen here, as oh my god, that was close, and JL still does find Steak towards Ivy, and that is going to be, as I already said, a lot of pressure on their side, but this position from Doisty gives so much information for the B players. You can see there's already a rotation coming through from the connector, and 2 of these players are going to be pushing through the apartments. Sikta still
does not manage. I believe he was waiting for a flash to come through, but as you can see, the CT players are dropping down, even with JL making that beautiful their flank. Still, I believe he won't be needed, as Doisty will go down to wave. Only Cherry remaining, and instantly Cho is going to take the head off of him. Figure out 5 without losing anyone.
Doisty gave so much information, and still they lost it.
Still. But that happens from time to time. Aren't you used to it? You should be used to it.
No, I shouldn't.
That is kind of the case. But I have to say, the level is kind of gaining. The things are going the way of some teams. Some teams are really evolving. And here as well, Auto Clutch, if they want to have a chance, they really need to take down Figure 5, as we are like in the bottom of the scoreboard. And here Doist, okay, he finally steps up. He's gonna find JL. Now with that grenade, he's gonna deal tons of damage to Wave. He's gonna look for more kills. He did spot the player. He's gonna take down Cho as well. Doist the solo retaking this side, as he's gonna take down the player towards A. You can see Wave is trying to hide a bit at least from the enemy players, as Kite at least knows where to look. He did take down Stick. He's gonna be pushed back. He's gonna miss the shot. He can't run away. He's still left alive. He's missing the shots, and Chetty is gonna take him down with the Nova, and now Auto Clutch, they can defuse the bomb. Figure 5, they were...
What am I watching?
They were surprised. I'm not sure, like, it feels like Auto Clutch, they lose round, they're like, this can't be happening, and then Doisty just goes into God mode, and that's it.
Yeah, well, off the back of that bomb plant, and because they had so many kills beforehand, still Figure 5 are able to buy up here. But, wow, I mean, Doisty, Deagle, hello?
It's working, it's working. You should try that more often. As you can see, Chetty is going to be this, let's see if he's going to be solo guy towards B. Now they're going to put 2 players towards B. I kind of like that when the game's at this stage you need it.
There's going to be a timed flash here towards upper B, and now he's going to be peeking. That is Chetty with the AVP. Will find the kill onto Wave here. Now Cho dropping down is going to be peeking the off, but Sikta already up close here. Should not be over pushing his boundaries as the nade comes out on top here, and now that should be just Chetty peeking there. As you can see now, JL with the help of his teammates is going to be looking to peek out towards A, but the timing doesn't work out from them, and essentially, well, Figure 5 currently are throwing.
Yeah, hashtag 1 by 1, as Phil Leber will take down Kait as well. Only Cho remaining, and he's pushing through that smoke, I believe, and he's instantly being checked, and Steak is gonna
So the idea in that situation was correct to go for that quick A play, but JL slightly rushed it a bit. The second player after that was like, I need to go, but then he got stuck in a Molotov and against a CT player, and from
next player needed to stay, so he didn't. Doesn't want to run through full Molotov as well. Figure 5, it feels like some kind of miscommunication could go through here. Not as good as we've used to been seeing, as now Doist in a really good position to take down the enemies. He's going to push towards here. He already spotted a player. He was spotted as well. He's going to go for the spray down. He doesn't even get 1 kill. And now let's see, Steak, he's not checking that position. It's going to be Chetty here with the op, looking if he can find any of the players, but the smoke's going to be dropped down. And now Phileba has to be careful so he doesn't get taken down from the back lines. And I believe Phileba kind of understands that there could be a player in the smoke, as he's being taken down by JL. Kai's now coming into play as well. As we can see, Chetty now in front of everyone. He's going to spot the player moving into the side. The bombs drop down towards B. Only 1 player remaining, and 16-10. Auto Clutch will get it. And what's your prediction? 16-10?
That was 16-9. So.
16-9. Yes, at least yes, he still won this one. But I have to say, very shaky ending. What I was saying, what we were expecting, a close game, and both teams have problems finishing out the games. Mistakes come in, weird decisions come through. And at this stage, well, it was lucky that Auto Clutch have that kind of players like Doist.
I did see a double fake.
Yeah, we did see a double fake.
So, yay.
Yeah, but
I mean,
only one.
Only one so far, but that's a positive tendency, definitely a positive outcome here. So, I mean, overall, Auto Clutch, as expected, did come out here on top. As I already said, they seem to have historically slightly more success than Figure 5 on train here. And as you can see, Figure 05's approach on the T side, while at times was great, at times was very questionable. So
yeah,
I feel like the guys don't really feel that comfortable just yet on this map in order for them to be able to go to head with Auto Clash here. And once again, Doister with the Deagles really saved that round. If he wouldn't have landed those kills and they would have lost the round, potentially this was being a completely different game, because they were four of the Auto Clash players survived there, and everyone retrieved rifles and snipers on top. And that in the next following round, when Figure 05 lost the players there early on, and then afterwards one by one, that was it. That was the closing line.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It felt like that was the point where Figure 05 broke. But for now, I want to remind you about the Vault giveaway that's going to happen in the middle of the third game. So be sure to type in #Vault and be ready for that. As for us, we're going to head into small break, and then what a treat we have. Mighty Eagles against VAS Sports. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
Wasting time on my own. All the places that we go. All this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. Everybody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And now I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I hurt you, but it's nice this time of year. Out in the wild, find a eating. Let's stay a while, never leaving. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Found you in all of the madness. I heard your voice in the static. Your skin on my skin like a magnet. I won't look down when we crash. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I hurt you, but it's nice this time of year. You turn my world on its axis. Out here where anything happens. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Are you dreaming so deep, dreaming so sweet, dreaming so deep? Wake me up, wake me up. Dreaming to keep your love in my sleep, dreaming so deep. Wake me up, wake me up. Dreaming so deep, dreaming so sweet, dreaming to keep your love in my sleep.
Hello and welcome back to week 4, day 2. If I'm not mistaken, this is the second day that we're having.
This is still Tuesday.
Yes, and now it's time for my match of the week, eSports against Mighty Wolves.
And what a match, considering the map is going to be Inferno.
My goodness, that's going to be a really interesting one. Although seeing Inferno where eSports completely crumbled under the pressure of not like this.
Sort of.
Yes, it was pretty weird here. Now Mighty Wolves playing against them, where Mighty Wolves, they haven't even lost a single game.
Yeah.
Which But I think knowing Mighty, they're gonna come into this game like with clear head. It's not like we're on top, we can win them. Everything else, we need to put in a lot of work. I mean, this match to work out.
They obviously know that they need to approach this map with extreme caution.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be expecting any sort of randomness coming out of Mighty Wolves, and not that we've seen much beforehand as well. They've so far been composed throughout here. So let's just have a look one more time. Which players are we going to see here for both sides? So on the side of Mighty Wolves, we will see Emis, Kukaho, Keen, MSN, and Deck.
Exactly. On the side of eSports, we're going to see Dodds, Spare, Shocks, Vist, and Bitcher. We already saw them yesterday, and my God, the Dodds surprises. I'm really hoping that something from that game is going to come into this game as well. I really think this is going to be a close one, and my prediction is going to be, sorry, Mighty Wolves, but I need to win this prediction. I'm thinking it has to be eSports. With the performance that I had yesterday and everything else, I'm going to say 16-11 that eSports are going to take this one.
Yeah. I actually wrote down 16-12 in favor of eSports here, because I still feel like for the form that they are currently in, and what we have seen so far, it would be extremely hard for Mighty Wolves to stop them. So I still feel like... whilst, yes, it might be doable in certain scenarios, almost all of it is going to roll on how Mighty Wolves play their terrorist side here. And I think that eSports very well realized that, and I feel like we're going to see good old eSports here having the no respect pushes coming out on the CT side.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Do you think that eSports will be the guys who are going to constantly be a nuisance in the middle?
They should be, because they don't want to offer any opportunity, any breathing room for them. And I feel like they're going to start to close this one. We'll try to close it out essentially in its core, where even like the beginning of the round.
Who do you think is going to be a bigger factor in this map from eSports, Dodds or Spur?
Dodds.
Dodds
is going to be a huge
always you see eSports, you're like, well, yeah, they do have good players and everything else, but there is Dodds.
Yeah, I'm not fanboying for anyone to clear out here, but he's just been extremely consistent.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he always shows up. Yeah, and one more time, especially on Inferno, we've seen time and time again huge plays coming out from him, and just not even necessarily, it might not be in a huge play, but he finds the important kills when it matters. And on the side of Mighty Wolves, I feel like definitely Emis might be a factor here, as well as MSN with his flanks. Yeah,
in this map it can definitely work out. If I was supposed to call out anyone from Mighty Wolves, I think Deck, as I believe if they're going to start on CT side, it's going to be Deck playing B sides. And having strong player in Banana is really important.
Yeah,
so I think that Deck can definitely show up. We know how good his rifle is. We know that he most of the time is on top of the scoreboard. And if they want to win this one, if I have to say, then Keen, MSN, and Deck have to be on top of the scoreboard. Like I'm not saying that MS won't perform or Kukaho won't perform, but I feel like in this kind of scenario, the riflers are going to be so important for the side of Mighty. Well, these three players definitely need to step up.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with that, and obviously it's going to be extremely important on retakes, as well as being able to establish control here. Also interested to see what sort of approach Mighty Wolves will decide to take with their AVP. I mean, for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, we would be seeing them using it in middle, but the question is how much often will it be used towards Banana, and will it be used in situations when they have good spawns and where they actually try to establish early Banana control, or how they're going to deal with this?
Since they have strong second upper Keen, which I think he will pick up the op at least a few times in this game. At least I hope that their money will be that good. As I hope that at least the first side of the game should be close.
Yeah.
And only then it would be kind of like allowed in this stage for any team to take the upper hand. As they're so high in the standings, they should play close. I definitely think that...
I mean, eSports are going to be extremely motivated here.
Yeah.
Like, extremely. They first of all, they have a prove to point. A point to prove to point. But still, of course, they want to be Kings of Inferno one more time here, and of course they need those valuable points, meaning that they need to secure this victory also in regulation time. Overtime is not really something they're looking for here, because they need to gain maximum amount of points and deny maximum amount of points for Mighty Wolves.
But in theory, from all we know how eSports play and anything else, do you think Mighty Wolves have the chance to take this to the overtime?
Definitely, yes. As I already said, it's going to depend on how they play their terrorist side, meaning how much they are able to control eSports money, if anything here. As I already said, neither of these sides I don't think we should be seeing on either of the sides the mistakes that we saw in the previous game in Train between Figure 05 and Auto Clutch. And I'm not saying they were making terrible mistakes, but there were some plays that shouldn't have been played, as in made, and I don't think that sort of problem is going to be here, meaning more that this should be a good showcase of how what the actual level of BSL we have here.
Do you think most definitely one of the two top teams, but do you think this game is going to be even with like close scoreline, will it be quick?
Yes.
You think it's going to be quick?
I think it's from eSports, definitely. I do not see them approaching this calmly.
I was thinking that because eSports, they are aggressive and they are really good with that, but Mighty Wolves, they do kind of prefer the slow.
Yeah, they prefer the slow approach on their CT side, but on the terrorists, they can be as aggressive as eSports here. So on the CT side, I would still actually, I mean, I know Emmys definitely can go for those super aggressive peaks. And I feel like something that Mighty Wolves might be doing here, they're going to be using utility on the CT side towards T-ramp and then peeking into second middle.
Yeah, that is a good thing to do, because eSports, they have that quality where they quickly realize where the players could be. They have really great map awareness. I'm not sure who is the guy calling all that information. It probably could be Dodds, because you've seen like eSports, they're so on point and together, like the chemistry is so working so well. So I believe it's going to be pretty tough for Mighty Wolves when eSports go for the aggressive side that they're going to play. Then Mighty Wolves really need to figure out either they're going for extra passive angles, which in my opinion is not the best to do. They need to surprise them a bit quicker.
The only thing that would surprise me here would be a one-sided game, regardless whoever side it goes, because it definitely should not be the case here between.
Do you even give a chance for this? I'm just saying 16-1 in favor of Mighty Wolves. Do you think that is even a possibility? I think that is right.
No, I feel like they're way too close here, because that is a possibility when the skill levels differ a lot. For various reasons, such as you being overconfident, or the enemy just is surprising you with certain plays that are not played on your level, or something of sort of that. When the teams are on relatively the same level, they're some having upper hand in one corner, some have the upper hand in a certain different sector. Then usually you do not see that sort of stuff.
Which factor do you think Mighty Wolves have a bit better situation?
I feel like they definitely pick when to be aggressive. As in, eSports might actually be, how do you say, their vision towards the future might be obscured by their aggression, but as you can see, their knife rounds are definitely solid here. And you saw that also in that situation, so something to note, when eSports now were just approaching that knife round, they didn't create any gaps between them. So when the CT player is approaching them, you are constantly in danger of being stabbed by two players. So I'm not saying that was a strat, but they stuck in a single line.
It has to be.
You cannot break that line.
Yeah. That's pretty happy to see finally that we can really pick out that the knife round as well has some kind of
there's a
strategic approach.
Structure for it. As you can see now, eSports, of course, winning out the knife round, are going to be heading on to the CT side here. Dodds already peeking towards middle, will not spot any of these players, as M is just spotted Dodds and looking to see if he can land a headshot. He does manage to dink him, and that will force Dodds to think twice about peeking, but still, that's a lot of information gained already here, as Bitcher is peeking down into Banana, seeing if he can spot any players in this situation. Emis has already lost a considerable amount of health here, and considering he has the utility in hand here, it needs to watch out for the timings. And Spur with the push here almost finds Emis, but Kokacho with the save, and now Keen will finish off Dodds here. Okay, Shocks needs to go huge as the players are trickling out. You can see Huge jumps being made from the side of Mighty Wolves, and so far looking extremely well considering their, well, Shox does actually have the defuse kit in hand, but only a single flashbang, so Vista needs to find this kill as he's actually going to let this player through.
And now he's going to check towards the pit as well, but there's a player, 2 players even in the side, 2 in the pit and 1 in the apartments. Bitcher will find 1. MS already down as they're moving into side. Vista finding the player, but MSN and Keen both get the kills as well as Kokaho. So they quickly deny the opportunity for eSports to reset this one. They're going to take the first round their way. And when Dodds got that low on HP, I was quite surprised that he still stayed in the apartments.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you would like to go probably towards pit or perhaps graveyard, just play that headshot angle in that situation. Still though, Mighty was very solid first round coming out, finding the damage. I was a bit afraid for MS in that situation. You can see now that Mighty was definitely respecting their opponents and waiting for any sort of pushes from a good solid distance here. And now Dodds looking to see if he can spot the player either being boosted up here or jumping on those wooden boards there as MSN now approaching apartments. And of course I would be extremely reluctant to walk in knowing that there's most likely a CZ just around the corner.
Exactly, but we can see here not too much presence from eSports in apartments, only Shox here waiting. They do have a player waiting in the short, as we can see, looking if anyone's going to jump out, but more so it looks like they kind of want to prefer that B site, and it is the right choice to do. As there's only 1 player there, and as we can see, they're slowly going to move forward. But there's a lot of presence in middle from eSports towards the A side.
Yeah, they have just smoked off middle as well, of course, forcing Keen now back here, just aware of the fact that someone might be pushing through. And now Dodds most likely will be calling for help anytime now. Of course, it is going to be a bit too late whenever that call comes through, as it should be right now. You can see instantly the players on A side are on the move, as the Vista is heading towards B, looking to see if he can perhaps find any players that are pushing. But ideally, I like how eSports are approaching this. From other teams, you would see, I'm going to push, I'm going to see if I can like get another AK or something on your side. They're fine with staying on CZs and armors. Obviously, you're not going to be investing anything in the next round as well, so just not worth it, really.
Yes, and 4 players having those weapons, and Mighty was as well, will quickly realize that's happening. And one more time, they're going to play the slow game. Quite potentially, I would like to see now a Molotov and a grenade picked up on the side of eSports, even though they won't have too much money, but pushing that middle position and trying their luck there. As I really think...
I mean, 3 players with the CZs definitely can push, as then Spur can cover with the Deagle in hand here. As now Shox, I believe he just heard the player, and will he... He's actually going to push here as he gets the kill and deals quite enough damage onto deck there. Unfortunately, didn't find the second. Still, though, an instant timeout?
An instant timeout. This is a tactical one, so it's pretty interesting. This could be even Mighty Wolves as well. Knowing that they need to figure out how they want to approach the next round, knowing that the enemy team have saved up the pistols.
Might be the case. I mean,
because you haven't seen eSports this early on take a tactical timeout.
Well, nobody has taken it this early on. So, yay! Changes. Finally, we can see timeouts being utilized as they were intended, I would say. I mean, so heading back into this round, I'm curious to see how exactly... Okay, so it's going to be 3 players heading towards B on the side of eSports here. Dodds not purchasing anything, sitting on 2k, rightly so, is not able to pick up anything. And there are actually going to be 3 people holding B from the CT side there. I
like the approach from Mighty. As you can see, MSN still waiting in this position, so they're still waiting for the aggression. I don't think that will change. I want to see how well eSports in the buy round try to deal with that. As I really think that they need to have that kind of upper hand. They need to shut down Mighty Wolves a bit faster, because Mighty Wolves, when they hit the sides, it's really played out. They have all the information that they need. Their information passing is pretty on point, as we've seen. So I'm really curious to see if that's going to work out. But now Spur, as he gets molotov up, has to get back. The bombs yet to be picked up from middle. And as we can see, Mighty Wolves, they're going to take the mid control here.
Yeah, from time to time. Understanding that the player is close just around the corner there, will fall back into this site. Still continuously, I would say, well, to a certain degree, forcing Mighty Wolves to waste a lot of time. And as the time gets lower and lower here, this might force some sort of mistakes. Now, there are going to be 3 players from Mighty Wolves here looking to commit towards the A side, and actually the bomb is going to head that way as well, as now the only player towards B is going to make himself known. That was Deck in that situation, giving away his weapon, so that is going to be the MP7 retrieves there as Emis opens up. Both MSN following up now in this situation, as now Shox and Vista only remaining. Only 2 people remaining here. Now Vista with the MP7 might find kills here, and he is going to succeed as he's looking to add on top, and he finds his second as well. Does pick up the AK, but not expecting Keen to be so close in that situation. Still good. Solid 2 AKs out of the hands of Mighty Wolves. And now the first buy round coming out here. eSports having the limited amount of utility on their side. I don't think we're going to see that aggression just yet. They need to pick up a round and have more utility in order to make any sort of aggressive plays safely here. Is also Spur not crossing through middle with the AVP. Is going to be heading from short there. So a delayed peek coming out from him. And he doesn't spot. Oh my god, he instantly spots Emis there. The timing didn't work out for him, and obviously Emis not hearing any early shots, or also the fact that it wasn't peak, couldn't really figure out what the timing is going to be. Vista now finding the kill onto Keen through the wall.
No, Emerson has to go huge, as he knows that there's at least 1 player there. Probably should realize that there are 2 players waiting in the apartments, as they're left 3 players alive against 5. This could be the time eSports finally strike back.
And I really feel like Vista needs to fall back here. I mean, in a 5 versus 3 situation, don't overstand your welcome there. MSN does think twice and will fall back here. Does purposely make a noise with that jump, trying to fake out any sort of jump into balcony. Is going to be faking towards Zane. You can see Vista now looking to spot the player. Is going to find the kill. Doesn't hear anyone else here, and that is alarm bells for B bomb site, as both Dodds and Bitcher here. Bitcher one more time, and I would say as always boosted up on that ledge there. Deck peeking towards the side, doesn't spot any players just yet, and there's already help in the form of Shox on the CT side, as the flashback didn't work out for him, but Bitcher will find the bomb. That is a drop down. Only Kokako remaining here with the AVP in hand, looking to land the flick, and he will go down, and that will be 2 ops on the side of eSports here as they pick up their first buy round. And this is the moment where Mighty will start to feel the pressure, because now if they don't pick up this round, the scoreline will be equalized, and having the potential of eSports continuously having 2 ops on their side on Inferno is not a pleasant sight to behold for Mighty Wolves, as the nade already deployed towards middle here, but in the form of Spur will not find any damage just yet. Now Keen, aware of the fact that might be a player towards bench, Shox does hear these players, so he's waiting on the correct timing to peek, as I believe Keen there. Keen, yeah, that was Keen. He sort of fell down there, and Spurn find the kill onto Emis. Will be able to survive, and that is already so much information gained for the side of eSports here, especially once they start seeing these smokes coming through. And of course, Dodds peeking down into Banana with the op constantly offering so much information. Spur somehow misses that one, but he's going for the re-peek. Will find one, almost finds another as they line up, and Deck gets double. Shox gets the bomb, but Keen will trade in return here. Still a 2 versus 2 situation. Vista now being in pit, hasn't made his position known just yet. Will find the kill onto MSN, knows the last position, tries to deny the bomb plant, and will do so.
Great job there by Vista, and as well, that smoke really helped them out. MSN was not expecting for the player to be in the pit. He was also like hiding behind like the wall and everything else. Good thing that at least King got something, but
that got so dicey when Deck found that those 2 quick kills as the players lined up.
Yep, exactly. And not like the fact that they've given Spur the MP9, and Dodds is going to be the aggressor towards the B side, as they believe they're going to rush towards the side, and this is going to be exactly what they're going to be doing. Instant rush, as Dodds is going to find 1 kill, he's going to stay here, he's going to try to stay alive. Oh my god! What? I haven't seen this.
A quad kill with the Molotov? I have never seen that.
Never have I ever seen it. Whoa.
They died at the same time.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
What?
No idea, but good job, Dots. One more time, a highlight for him. One more time.
Excuse me.
Yes. I kind of lost the words as well. As here, Deck, he always does this. He always is trying to be aggressive towards that B position. He has the Kokaho or someone else kind of behind him, but at some points Deck just goes all out. And at this stage, has to be really careful. They should really peek at 2 players at a time.
Oh, and the position now given away from the CT player here as Deck sort of pushes through there, but of course understanding that there's no follow-up. Now with the boost and one more time, Dodds with these grenades will find the kill onto Deck in that situation, still being a continuous nuisance as now Shocks with the MP9 is potentially able to find... Will he find... He does come out on top here, and does he suspect a second player? And still Vista picks up the kill. It's all falling apart for Mighty Wolves here.
This is what I'm talking about. When they get one kill, eSports, they instantly realize where the players could be, and they instantly push in. They have all the information given. They just move through and they get everything that they need. It looks like Mighty Wolves, they need to figure out some kind of different approach. The slow approach definitely is not working out because eSports, they're kind of surprising them at times where it's not expected. And now even now, Dodds finding the kill onto Kokaho there. M is not even able to trade back. No opportunity given to him. You can see definitely eSports have made adjustments to the way how Mighty Wolves approach here as Bitcher will find the kill there and is able to retrieve the AVP on their side. So, wow. Dodds has only got kills in the last 2 rounds. 5 in the previous one and 2 in this one.
Yeah,
that happened. That is quite weird to see these kind of things happen. We can see on the other side, MSN, the guy that we were expecting to be the lurker and have those kills, is kind of on bottom there.
Yes, slightly lacking behind there, and you can see also that Mighty Wolves are not even contesting this banana early on. Understandably so, that right now currently beating on pistols, they're going to be grouping up here one more time. They really haven't.
The push is coming through.
And the information gained.
Exactly. They're just... Mighty Wolves really can't move around the map without giving away information. If they're walking completely silent, not showing the bomb, it's still not working out. Spur's going to take down Emis. Now they're going to move into the side. Vista's going to be there, patiently waiting already, going for the spray. He's going to spot the players, looking for the kills. Can he find them as Vista's going to find one, looking for the next one. It was Shocks going down, but now from short, the players will come in and only MSN remaining. He's going to find Spur as well, looking for the next shots, but Dodds is going to come just at the right time to get the 5th round for his team. And now it's going to be full buy on there for Mighty Wolves. I'm going to see, will MS pick up the yaw? Because last time didn't work out. It's going to be MSN. Okay, he switches out to MS.
And actually now, quickly about that Molotov though. Molly kills only give you $300 versus farm guns give you $600. So it might have been actually purposely done there, but still looked amazing.
Yeah, that is true. That sometimes is the case when people decide to die to Molotovs.
Actually, fun fact with the Geckons there.
Oh, nice.
So the dude's counting the money. I was just so surprised and obviously shooken by the fact that I was not even thinking about something like that in this situation. But now Dodds one more time will find a free kill in Banana here. No trade possible. Once again, early advantage here as now Spur does spot the player towards second middle. And these 2 players towards mid are going to be forced into scissors as Shocks will mow them down. Emis will go down, leaving only Deck and Dodds cleaning it up. Oh my Jesus.
I don't know other players who can be in that kind of open position and still get away. It's like, it's unreal how well eSports can move around the map, and their confidence just out of the roof. And I really can't believe the Mighty Wolves haven't still figured out something that put up against them. As Mighty Wolves, they're the guys that learn along the way.
Yeah, I mean, they know that Dodds is heading towards Banana very early on, so I would say double nades and then an instant push. But of course, this Molotov does prevent him as the flashbang now might just do it. Dodds will go down, Bitcher will go down. That is an AKN op retrieved here. Shocks with a quick flank might still be able to surprise the player as he definitely heard Kokaho in that situation. He's going to be checking close corners, but Shocks will go down to him as the CZ comes out on top here. Emis will be dropped by, Vista will be dropped by Emis in that situation. A Spur with a quick shot does manage to take Emis down here, does miss the Nozum in that situation. So,
Team Ace from Mighty Wolves, so team effort finally has been put in. Here, I really like, that was like a forced eco round for them, right? They just forced up pistols.
Pistols armors, I think. No?
Exactly, and they quickly realize how they can counter Dodds in that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
Even with all the grenades coming through.
You just do not give him an opportunity to fall back. You force him to fight it out, and with the flashbangs also on top. In that situation, that's why they came out on top here. But a smart smoke coming out from Dodds here one more time as they line up.
And Kokaho is going to go down to Bitchers. Flames, so many Molotov kills going around here. And this one is Emis now with the peeking. He's going to miss the first opportunity to get the shot in. As we can see, finally MSN has opened up the side. But there's instantly Shocks there. Mike Key now moving in, finding the second one as well. 2v2 situation. One op and an M4 against an op and an AK. So let's see how this one's going to head out. As instantly Bitcher is going to be not allowed to peek in, but that kind of can help him as he needs to have Dodds right by his side.
And Dodds already fast here on the rotation, is peeking towards short before even the bomb has gone down. So that is a one player's position. Definitely know off the fact that Dodds is already in short. So they know for a fact that one player is in sight. M is now missing the Molotov, will be forced to drop it quickly there as Dodds looking to see if he can find the kill. Bitcher was spotted. Dodds missing that by a millimeter, almost landing the shot through the wall there, as well as Dodds looking to see if he can pick up the AK in hand. Does get the kill here onto Keen. Can he come out on top? But Emis with the kill will be able to shut it down, and of course displaying all his pleasantries towards Dodds there.
In that scenario, most definitely, because Dodds in 11 rounds has already gotten 13 kills. This guy has been complete nuisance for Mighty Wolves, and I believe finally Mighty Wolves have found a way to counter that.
Yeah, so now Mighty Wolves only need to pick up this round in order to force a reset on the side of eSports here, and with those nades together, they're looking to see if they can do just that. Molotov deployed already by Dodds here, same on the side of Mighty Wolves, as the shot through the wall will find no hit so far.
Yeah, one more time, Mighty Wolves, they're setting for the slow approach. I really like the fact that eSports are grouping together 3 players in the middle. That is quite a good strategy to pull off, as Dodds is still trying to go for those wall banks, but has been forced back. So Mighty Wolves now, like even with that smoke, it's still going to be pretty tough to stop Dodds.
Yeah, so that smoke most likely will do nothing for him. The bomb is still down towards T ramp, and Mighty Wolves just finally have gained control over Banana, meaning that eSports, of course, now are being very cautious about how they approach any sort of pushes or what sort of deductions they make from these nades. Is now grenade being used towards A, and you can see that definitely forced the rotation coming out from Dodds here, as the bomb is still down towards T ramp, and this could still be a B hit as long as Mighty Wolves manage to survive for long enough here.
Yep.
And this rotation and also this standstill is going to be quite an obvious fake, as now Dodds already should be able to make it back in time with the AVP in hand to help out here, as they are yet to come in, and Bitcher will need to go huge. He doesn't have any utility remaining here, and neither does Dodds, so they cannot flash for each other, but you can see that one more player in the form of Spur already also on the way. So resmack towards CT one more time. They were hoping for any sort of utility bait out, and that is not going to be the case, as Dodds finds kills through the smoke. Bitcher and Spur. What?
I'm not quite sure what happened there. I did not catch the action, most definitely. From where did Spur come up? How in God's name Dodds was still alive there? It was spraying through the smoke. I saw Mighty was already checking that position. They're trying to spray that as well. Whoa, that was a quick one.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the players found the kills on that side, and I believe both Spur and Bitcher found 2 there in that situation. Yep. Definitely, Spur was already on the rotation. As the executed started to come through, he was already in CT spawn. Spur now with the aggression. Oh my god.
Risking a lot, as 3 players are now in the apartments. Has to be really careful. Now, peeking towards Miller, he could potentially find Emis there. If Emis is being able to spot. No, he's hiding through the smoke, and now he's gonna go past. At least try to, but Dodds, he's so close already. If he pushes through the smoke with everything else, he's gonna spot them. He's gonna get that kill. That's already one player down, and instantly Mighty Wolves have to figure out how they're gonna approach this one.
And you can see him fading away towards T ramp, makes the situation even worse. Mighty Wolves are now forced to look for him.
He can find the bomb here. He can drop the bomb, although the bomb's going down through. Mexico is gonna find deck instantly. You can see Mighty Wolves, they're being cornered in.
Yeah, they're in no man's land, and I just cannot see this round happening unless somehow eSports completely fail here. Shox is going to spot. Keen will take him down. That leaves only 2 players, but there's nobody on B.
Yes, Mighty Wolves, they managed to find the timing right. They're going to get inside. They're going to plan for free. There's always going to be Bitcher on the rotation. Dodds yet to rotate from that T ramp, so I believe he was not spotted. I'm not sure about MSN with this op in his hands. I think against 5 players, you kind of want to have that AK ready.
Yeah, so Emerson needs to find this kill quickly here. If he misses this shot, that's all over for him, as now only Kukaha remaining in a 1 versus 5. He will go down instantly. They don't even find any kills. They did manage to plant the bomb, but that's it.
Exactly, so this time 2 rounds in a row lost. As the T side, yeah. Although we have seen some teams really struggle against eSports on T side. But here, Mighty Wolves, they do find the openings from time to time. But still, like Passport, they change things up so quickly. As you say, like on the go, this team is just crazy how well they can compose themselves.
Well, realistically speaking here, when teams are on the same level, I mean, still 5 points on the side of Terrorists is definitely not bad. As you can see, there's another timeout, looks like definitely taken by Mighty Wolves here in this instance. So, yeah, being on the Terrorist side, playing like on an even match, you won't obviously find a lot of close scorelines for the most part, for various reasons. For the most part, because if you do not get the bombs planted, that's not enough amount of money that you would require in the next following rounds. And then of course winning those 3, then afterwards losing how many rounds in a row? That was
6.
Solid 6 there before they were able to put up another 2. Hence the scoreline right now is one more time Mighty Wolves on pistols here, and Spur might just find another kill if he stays here for slightly longer.
Yes, let's see if anything can peek out. But what deck shows up? He's gonna take the AWP away. As now Keen is moving into the smoke. He picks up the AWP and managed to get back. And here MSN, he's not gonna push in one more time, being slow about this approach and leaving Keen alone. I'm not a big fan of this scenario here, but at least he moves in after that. But here, Dodd still the Banana King.
Yeah, he's just offering so much control. Just the fact that he's peeking like this down into Banana means that you can, of course, keep 3 players from your team towards A, and still very limited utility, essentially in the form of 1 smoke that was just used. So this is the moment where Mighty Wolves commit, and Vista, with the help of Shocks here, will need to go huge. Definitely hears these players coming as the nade towards short is going to find so much damage as he finds his first and the second. The spray down works as he's looking to tap away, finds his third, and now Vista looking to clean up here. The MVP shot misses, and that is going to be Keen going down 9-5 in favor of BuzzSports here. So also, of course, showing that it's definitely also not that easy for BuzzSports to pick up these rounds. They really, you can see that they really need to work for them.
They really think about their positioning. They don't feel that they're playing against an opponent that can't beat them. You can definitely see that, because if there would have been different sports, we could always see a rush through middle, but they're not doing that.
And M is dropped down to 16 HP with in combination of the Molotov and the nade, and he actually still burns down. So that is a free kill on the side of BuzzSports, and one more time, just bad news for Mighty Wolves.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Spur with the peek here, very brave, but he does have a teammate close by here, and also that quick peek towards a balcony will not spot anyone just yet, as Dodds already has tried a few shots through the wall there. As you can see, Deck now with the Molotov. It will be deployed. Actually, he's gonna miss it.
It's the roof. Oh no, that's quite unfortunate. But here, Sharks is gonna go for the spray down. It's gonna take down MSN and Keen. Only Kokaka with Deck remaining. They have to play against 4 here, and as we know, this is the last round of the first half, so they still need to get this one. I'll remind you that the giveaway from Volt is going to happen really soon, so be sure to type in #Volt. But now let's see, can Deck and Kakaho deal with this one? As it's going to be Dodds in front. Dodds is going to take down Deck. Instantly he's going to back off, and now Kakaho is going to be left in a situation where he's alone against 4.
Yeah, alone against 4, only man standing, given away already his position. You can see there are 3 players towards B. Here, as only Vista remaining towards A, and Kukaho is expecting a push to come through, and that is not something that BuzzSports are doing, understanding that he needs to plant the bomb. This is the last round, so he needs to make a move.
Yeah, there's no reason not to make a move. As long as they're gonna peek out, instantly Dodds is gonna go down. This is gonna push through. Does he realize that Bitcher is gonna be on the right side? He does not, and Bitcher is gonna take him down 10-5. As you already mentioned, this is quite okay score for Mighty Wolves.
Yeah, definitely not a bad scoreline for sure, but they do need to pick up that first round and all the consequential rounds after that in order to have a solid shot at this. If they do not pick up the first round, I'm afraid it might actually be a quick game.
Yeah, that could be the case. Now, seeing they're not going to go for any utility. I really like when CTs go for utility in first round. At least 1 smoke and 2 flashes. That already is kind of quite a presence that you can put up if the rush is happening. And as you can see, there's going to be 2 players heading towards second middle. Emis as well is going to check that position, and he's going to leave back towards the side. And instantly, Mighty Wolves are going to take passive positions here. So they can get the kills with the USPSs, knowing how well Glocks perform in close range.
And just off the fact that Emis jumped over the balcony door there, he was able to spot a lot of players here, but this has allowed for Deck to be spotted here as he was on the rotation. Spirit will take him down now. Kukaho has managed to find one, needs to get a second one definitely here, or survive as long as physically possible, as Keen has found Bitcher in the process, but Dawes will take Kukaho out, meaning the bomb plant will be made on B bomb side, and it is a 3v3 retake here. Mighty Wolves do not have a kit on their side, as Spur already has spotted one of these players. Shocks will take down Emis, and that is a 3 versus 2. You can see Spur instantly falling back. They're playing the numbers game and understanding that CTs are going to be forced to make a play here. The flashbang over will first Spur to find another few. So excellent teamwork there, and you can see as soon as I believe that was, I think it was Shocks who found the kill in a 3v3 situation. Spur instantly fell back.
Yeah.
Instead of pushing, going for those kills, he instantly fell back and they were playing just the numbers game.
Which is not something you see from Spur.
Well,
he likes to be the guy who goes over the edge.
Yeah, at times, but more, I feel like, one more time, this is respecting your opponent and playing the round out as it is meant to be done. So, a lot of learning material for a lot of people watching, and definitely a lot of teams also attending this league.
Yes, for sure. This is really good Inferno showing at the moment from BESL Sports. Once that continues, they have 4 players towards the A site, as I believe Emis was spotted, so instantly going to go for the smoke towards short. We can see they went for only smoke utility and some pistols that have been picked up. And now let's see from which side they decide to push in. Will they leave only one player, as I believe Spirit did spot the player, but does not see him anymore. So they're staying put, Mighty Wolves. Although their positions are kind of known, they're still trying to be pretty careful about it, as here MSN will be spotted, and now the player from the balcony, I'm pretty sure he has to do a lot of work to make this one go through, as Keen is, as you can see, he's just checking this position. So even if Bitcher pushed through there, but you can see he doesn't even need to do it, as now Keen's gonna find one kill, instantly be taken down, and Deck rotating from B side will be taken down in the process as well. 12-5, as now Mighty Wolves will head into one more eco, and then the buy round will come through. But it's going to be 13 rounds then for BESL Sports, and only 3 needed.
Yeah, and if Mighty Wolves lose that buy round,
yes, exactly.
that should be game over in theory for them. I mean, they obviously will be able to put up another force after that, but yeah, I just don't see it happening unless they pick up that buy round.
Yep, exactly. Everything can go wrong here for Mighty Wolves, so they have to be really careful, as I like their stack towards long here. Although not too much pushing happening here, as they're gonna now push. Are they gonna push into the apartments? As there is Dodge ready, he's gonna take down one. He's gonna look for the next one. He's gonna spot them all towards short. He's looking for the kills, but already Bitcher from behind lines, racking up that money with that Mac 10 in his hands. As now Mighty Wolves are gonna go for the buy. We can see, okay, Emis goes for the small armor and the op. Now I'm even thinking maybe a double op setup is needed here, as Keen is gonna go for the glass cannon as well.
And also, Kukaho has head armor on the CT side. Yeah, I mean, they only have one Mac 10 remaining there. They should know, like, Mighty Wolves should know that they're, of course, going to be first purchasing AKs in this situation to make sure that they can secure these kills. So, yeah, regardless, head armor or no, AK to the face means you are dead. Therefore, a lot of the times you can see that CTs are not purchasing these head armors because it's just pointless. As now the push towards Banana offers control, as Kukaho will find through 2 here, and this is finally starting to look a round that Mighty Wolves can work with, and especially a round that was extremely required for them, as now these 3 players on the side of BESL Sports here still could do some magic towards A.
Yeah, let's see. Keen now with the op, checking towards long here. Quite potentially could find a player, or maybe even the timing as he spotted the player, but Bitcher already has moved inside, taking down one. MSN with the answer, but as you can see, they're being pushed forward. Dustin pushing through the smoke. He's gonna find one, looking for the second, but he's gonna be taken down there by MSN, and the score will be 13-6. What I want to say before, I was not really happy about how Mighty was approached B. Banana, as they were completely left it alone. That means that they give away control of the map, and I was really hoping that this is gonna be the team that controls it. But with that push, when Kukaho got those 2 kills, everything was cleared out.
I mean, they essentially also, that can work as bait for the enemies. They're going to clear out, obviously, close corners here. And if you know your timings right, this is exactly how you can regain control of Banana. And also, of course, get those valuable entries. Still no problem for rebuying for eSports in this round here, and obviously extremely important for Mighty Wolves to pick this one up once again. As you can see, that's also probably the reason why they are definitely holding back with the use of these 3 Molotovs that Mighty Wolves still have on their side, and they also have 4 defuse kits, so they want to be super sure that whatever happens, there's a kit available.
Yep. Because why not? As now, if they're going to push towards that A side, you can see that they have put 4 players there, 2 in short, 2 in long. This is a really good setup because like even with the smoke, the information is going to be passed where the players are.
Yeah, and these 2 players towards B, that should be Spur as well as...
Through the smoke finds one, Dodds finds the next one. As now MSN looking for the kills, he's going to find 2, but instantly will be taken down by Bitcher. Now the rotation towards the A side, the bombs drop down, Bitcher's going to go for it, look for the plan, but Spur finds Kukaho. As now Dave's going to be left alone, he's going to be 1v2, 1 player in B side, 1 in A side. If he's fast enough with killing Bitcher, this should be a round for Mighty Wolves, but Bitcher instantly with the answer resets the economy of Mighty Wolves.
And the money is gone.
Exactly. So here, either they go for...
They'll force.
They'll force, do you think?
They'll force.
Well, they have 1.4k on Kukaho. At that stage, you kind of want to go for the force. They did take the tactical timeout one more time. So they're still not giving up. As well, like as we already have spoken, the round difference is very important to have. And especially in that top 4, where basically everything can just be left to 1 round that you were like, oh, this is the game's over. Although we could have taken 1 round, it would have been in a higher spot.
I think a huge downfall for Mighty Wolves was the fact that being on the terrorist side, there were not that many situations where they found the first kill.
As well.
So they were constantly just playing off of the deficit. And there's in so many situations, of course, having players such as Dodds just a constant nuisance towards B, essentially almost holding it down alone, there's not really much you can do about that fact. So they'll decide to actually save up here as they push, trying to bait out that shot from Spur here, but both Bitcher and Shocks finding kills, keeping his teammate alive, trying to even go for the knife kill, and Spur finds 2.
What? That was different approach that we've seen from us, how eSports take mid control.
And also how they play Inferno against different level opponents.
Yes,
this is
exactly.
definitely, there is no disrespect here. They just don't want to have any room for error, and I cannot say that I have spotted much on the side of eSports. Like literally this would be pinpricking if I would say that they are making mistakes here.
Yeah, that is true. As you can see now, MSN instantly being shut down. Aggression this time coming out from eSports as they'll be taken down. Only 3 players remaining. You can see all of them are in B site. As now they're going to rotate. It's going to be 3v5 retake. They definitely need to go for it. This is the last round that they have the chance on winning here.
And they don't have a defuse kit, so MS needs to find these entries fast as there are only 2 FAMASs available on their side here.
No way, the timing!
As he finds even more damage towards library, that leaves only Kukaho standing here. He will go down 16-6.
No.
16-6.
I have to say, we know that eSports are strong, but winning a team that hasn't lost a single game, are very well composed, have been practicing for a real long time, but eSports still managed to come out on top with this kind of a scoreline. It's just what these guys can do. Like we will see them in the finals. Most definitely we will see them in the finals.
Yeah, probably we're going to see. So just quickly about what happened there. So one more time on the side of Mighty Wolves, being on the terrorist side, they were unable to find those entries that quickly as required. And of course, the just the way what timings eSports pick. I really need to sit down and just see the timer, how it works together with the actual round to understand until the very end. But essentially, eSports seem to have found the perfect timings for banana peaks, and especially that Dodds is there with the AVP. You can see him regardless whatever situation is thrown in his direction, apart from just like literally a Molotov, a flashbang over, another nade, another flashbang over, only then he goes down. So like the guy obviously knows how to position himself in banana, so much so that even like 3 people in banana cannot deal with him.
Even 5.
Even five at times, So if that's the case for Mighty Wolves, obviously they have no other option than to go towards A, and you see the results. Like, I mean, in all fairness, just amazing plays. Obviously, eSports are definitely on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Dodds dropping 25 kills there. Deck, as you previously mentioned, didn't really show up.
Yes,
unfortunately for Mighty Wolves, which was definitely very needed for them in order to be able to secure more rounds here. And one more time afterwards, the side switch happened. It just kind of went south economy-wise for Mighty Wolves, and that's the result. I mean, I am pleasantly surprised from one point of view of how much one team can be on top another in this particular map. I definitely am still saying that the scoreline could be completely different on a different map here. I would say Mirage would be definitely an interesting side to behold. Also, Dust 2 would be interesting to see.
Yes.
I feel like those two maps where there's more freedom involved might definitely be a different factor in the sense of what potential scoreline we might see. Regardless, though, wow.
Yeah,
definitely a match pick of the week in your regards. By all means, I will agree with that one. You did technically win the prediction game here. So the bottom scoreline for in our prediction game is 3-2. Still in my favor though. So
yeah, we still have 5 games.
So I just need to win two predictions.
You don't think even about it. Like, you don't need to win. Like, you're gonna lose. Like, you can do whatever you want. But I think my prediction games are getting stronger and stronger by the time. That dress really helped me to get my mind through realizing that is not how I want to spend my Mondays.
Yeah.
Understandably. But ladies and gentlemen, I guess this concludes week 4, day 2 here in Baltic Esports League Season 1. I want to one more time quickly remind you that HyperTown Tallin Festival, the tickets are already up, so be sure to check out HyperTown.pro so you can buy them, as well as BSL.pro, our YouTube channel. If you subscribe, you can get all the notifications you need. We go live with CSGO, with League of Legends, with PUBG as well. We can catch this guy talk his lungs out or whatever for how many hours do you do that?
What, PUBG?
Yes.
We have 4 games every Saturday.
4 games, so 4 hours that you can see constant PUBG. So be sure to tune into that one as well. And tomorrow we're gonna have 3 games, pretty fun ones. I believe the World giveaway was given away.
Yeah, well, what was given away somewhere around halftime on this map here. So whoever won, congratulations one more time. If you haven't messaged us yet, please message us on BSL at BSL.pro. For now, I feel like, wow, what a crazy day.
Yes.
And as we already predicted, as the weeks and games keep on progressing, it keeps getting definitely crazier.
Yeah, most definitely, with the teams in the tops showing up what they can do. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to you and see you tomorrow.
You can take your time. You can choose your words.